Three, two, one. Ready, Freddy? Welcome to 3, 2, 1 Ghost. Hey, everybody. I'm your host with the Silent G, Kyle, and as always, the Jason to my Freddy, the Freddy to my Jason, whichever you'd like. I'll leave it up to you. My pal Natalie. Hey, Natalie, how are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
I don't want to. Okay. I think just size-wise, I'm Jason,
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was gonna say I because I'm littler, I think I should be Freddy. And I have long nails.
and the affinity for puns.
Yes.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Okay. And I think those are the sides we can officially take as we go into this. Maybe.
Okay. No, maybe.
So, hey everybody, we are talking about the 2003 film Freddy versus Jason. Now, this is a weird one because this is the final Nightmare on Elm Street franchise movie that we're talking about.
That
Or
isn't
at
the
least for
remake.
now.
We're not talking about that one.
Yeah, that isn't the remake or until they come up with something else. I don't know. But
Mhm.
also, we're skipping a few Jason movies because we got
Yes.
Jason in this one. So we're kind of, well, see, and that's a good thing, right? This is why we do the Friday the 13th movies on Friday the 13th, because we're not beholden to the same franchise rules we've imposed on ourselves, right?
For
So
sure.
we can talk about willy-nilly all the Jason movies all the time because
That's true.
that's a
Okay.
cardinal rule of our franchise movies.
You're right. That's true. And I would say that this doesn't feed into Jason's narrative at all. Like it's kind of not like there's not a time on this one. It's just kind of Jason having a side quest.
I mean, theoretically, it takes place between Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
No, Jason X was before this.
Well, yeah, I know, like release, but I'm talking about like timeline.
Oh, okay.
Dum dum, come on.
Whatever.
So we're treating this as a Freddy movie.
Yes.
Now, one, because his name comes first, obviously.
Mhm.
And then two, Jason's really a tool for Freddy's plot and to move that forward, right?
Yes. I would absolutely agree. I
Yeah.
would call this a Freddy movie also because Freddy can talk. And I feel like Jason is really,
Wow.
I know, but I feel like
Okay.
Jason is just kind of thrown into a Freddy movie because it's taking place on Elm Street for at least the beginning. You've got Elm Street Kids, you got Hypnosil coming in with all
Yeah.
the hits
And because you have Robert Englund coming back, industry legend,
for
obviously.
sure. Yeah.
So now that we've established that this is a Nightmare on Elm Street movie and part of our franchise series, Natalie, what are the rules?
Okay. You're gonna mix things up a little bit here. So it's the final one, so we can talk about all the Nightmare on Elm Street films, and I guess we can talk about any of the Friday the 13th films because those are the rules. And honestly, those movies are pretty old. If you guys haven't seen them, like, that's on you. That's on you. So we're gonna share our favorite Freddy quote. We
Mm,
won't be sharing our favorite Jason quote because he doesn't talk.
I love how funny you thought you were. That's so good.
That was great. Okay. So
I laugh like so it's so fucking foolproof that even if you tell me a bad joke, if you start laughing enough at your own joke, it's just gonna make me laugh. Like
Well,
that's the workaround.
I'm having a great time. Like I'm literally about to shed a tear. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, Jason
So,
doesn't talk, okay?
favorite Freddy quote. Then, as always, we'll share our favorite nightmare sequence. It doesn't have to lead to a kill. So always remember that. We're gonna
Hmm.
share our favorite Freddy kill, as we have been all through all the way. But we're also going to share our favorite Jason kill since he's in the mix here, and I think he actually does have some pretty fun kills. Then we're going to go into our boo scores, and then we will have our final nightmare ranking.
Wow. Thrilling. I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Wide awake. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. So, um, Robert Englund, of course, industry legend,
Ah,
coming back as Freddy Krueger. He has said that this is his favorite. I can't
wild.
imagine why myself.
He must have just
And
had a good time.
I think I would hope he was paid the most. Probably.
I would think so. At this point, he was probably already doing like conventions. People were very clear about how big of fans they are of him. I'm like, he's got to have gotten a big check.
Yeah. So now Ken Kersinger
Mhm.
plays Jason this time around. I don't think he played Jason any time before or any time after.
No, I looked to see if he had and he did not. But it does look like he's been in a couple of horror movies, so he probably just tends to play a big scary guy because he's pretty large.
This movie's also directed by Ronnie Yu, which we've covered a Ronnie Yu movie before, Bride of Chucky.
Hmm.
Bride of Chucky's way more fun than this is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. But maybe they were just like, hey, we saw how you handled two little supernatural slasher situations that are kind of in love, you know? But it's a really toxic relationship. One's clearly
Right.
using the other, you know? So they're like, hey, I think you got this. You can do this. So you, I'm going to nominate Monica Keena as an industry legend here.
Okay.
So, not great in this movie,
No, I feel bad for her in this movie. She really didn't have a lot to do.
but what the fuck was this? Sorry. Of course, I'm not gonna be able to name anything that she's in, but she was in that one fucking Judd Apatow show that I thought was pretty good when they were in college with Jason Segel pops up in it. I can't remember. Undeclared. That's the one.
Oh, I never watched that show.
She was also in fucking the wild movies I would watch, like with like my girlfriend at the mall in high school, because Monica Keena was also in Man of the House, that Tommy Lee Jones movie. Do you know what I'm talking
Oh,
about?
oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like that movie.
This is my happy face.
Yeah.
I can't do it justice, but it makes me laugh every time.
That
Um,
wasn't a bad Tommy Lee Jones. I'll take it.
oh my God, thank you. I appreciate you. You're too kind. And then of course, Dawson's Creek alumni. It broke
Uh-huh.
my heart when she drowned on that show.
Whoa, spoilers.
Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh. Sorry,
gosh.
everybody.
Yeah,
But
she plays Abby.
yeah,
I hate her character, but I do love her, and she didn't deserve what she got on that show.
she did not deserve that. And then, a lot of other people, Kelly Rowland, who, hey, she probably, I mean, I don't know, this is
It's like the worst character.
pop stars just showing up and like, especially R&B stars, like in the
Yeah.
90s and early 2000s, showing up in horror movies, like her, Brandy, Aaliyah in that like Dracula movie.
Yeah. The
If
Queen
you
of the
remember
Damned.
that. Yeah, right, right. Some people really love Queen of the Damned.
Yeah, I've actually never seen it.
No, not me, me neither. So you've got Jason Ritter, who is in a really funny show called Another Period. Um, Also the son of the late John Ritter. So maybe, Ronnie Yu was like, hey, your dad's chill as hell.
Yeah.
You want to be in my movie?
Yeah, I think
You
that
know?
maybe like a little bit of like nepotism happening there where he's like, "Hey Ronnie, I need you to put my kid in your newest movie, whatever it may be, doesn't matter." And
Ooh, I
he's
don't
like, "I've got
know.
the perfect role for him."
I don't know. John Ritter may have died by then.
Was he dead by then?
Yeah, he died on September 11th, but
No
2003.
way. Okay.
Yeah, 2 years
Okay.
later. But so no, actually, I think he died like maybe like a month after the movie came out.
Mm.
Oh, geez, that's a bummer.
Okay, so he called in some favors then.
Maybe. You've got Christopher George Marquette, who I only remember from this movie called Fanboys, where like he has cancer. It's like terminal, and they want to go see episode one before it comes out because he's
I've
gonna die
never
before it
seen
comes
that
out.
movie.
Yeah, it's got fucking, I think the other guy from Undeclared in it, if I remember right. And not Kristen Stewart, but the other one, Veronica Mars.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. That's the
Yeah.
one. Thank you. Right. And then you got, our guy Lachlan Monroe, who is
Oh.
again brings really nothing to this movie, but you know what? He's just a joy either way.
Yeah, I enjoy him in this movie. It literally could have been anyone. Like they didn't need to cast anybody specific for that role. It was very just like, you're here.
The movie's written by Mark Swift and Damian Shannon, who, of course, outside of writing this movie, I didn't know they also wrote the 2009 reboot, which is much better than this is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Way, way better. And
And
way
I
better than the Freddy remake too.
and it looks like they worked a little bit on Send Help that came out earlier this year, which was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah. So there you go. Maybe like in their fight scenes, they were like, y'all need like kind of like a little Freddy versus Jason energy here. I don't know. Maybe. No.
Maybe.
Hmm. So, Natalie, I don't like this movie, but I have a
I
soft
don't
spot for
either.
it
Yeah.
because this is still, this came out in 2003. We were 16 years old.
Hmm.
Um, this is the first time I saw either of these characters in a movie theater,
Yeah, me too.
right? Because by this point, well, Jason X was in theaters or was it straight to
Oh no, that was in
video?
theaters.
I don't remember seeing that in theaters.
I
That
don't
would have
remember if
been
I saw that in a theater either.
a few years prior. And then of course, we were, while we were able to see some horror movies in our younger years, I don't think they would have let our parents would have let us go into a theater to see the last prior Nightmare on Elm Street movie, right?
Yeah, I feel like it was almost harder to see rated R movies as a teenager than it was as a kid. Does that make sense? Because they were like cracking down on it more in the early 2000s than when we were kids. Like we could kind of just run from theater to theater.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. Yeah, I remember specifically seeing this in a theater in Temecula, and it was my that poor girl, my first girlfriend. Um, I took her to see this. We must have been dating, I guess, for a little while now, because I'm trying to do the math, maybe like 6 months or something. But
Long enough that she'd see this awful movie with you
yeah, yeah.
and you wouldn't get dumped.
So, but it was a fun time, and I remember seeing this and just being like at the time and being like, oh, I don't know. This movie, as bad as it is, though, I do think is unfortunately, like, I mean, outside of the Jason and Freddy of it all, a pretty good snapshot of 2003 culture
Oh, for sure. It was
for
so
the worst.
blue. Like the lighting on this movie is so blue.
Hmm.
The things that happen in this movie feel very dated. The words and like language that's used feels very dated. The
Yeah.
fashion. There's so much, so much.
But, gosh, fuck it. It has Freddy, it has Jason, so I was going to see it,
Mhm.
right?
Yep,
Yeah.
of
I
course.
don't know.
And like everybody kind of wanted to see them fight each other.
See, that was going to be my question for you. Who was asking for this? Like, I guess, enough people, I guess.
I don't know about that. I don't know that anyone was asking for it so much as it was a suggestion. And like, I feel like most horror fans would be like, I'd watch Freddy and Jason have it out. But like, I wasn't thinking, ooh, be a really good, on-screen battle. Because they live in two different worlds, which is, we find a solution for that. But I I just never thought about them encountering each other.
This feels like something that either like was in a comic book, maybe, and people are like, "Whoa, this is cool," and or rather, like an early example of like internet community forum. fake fervor, you know. They're like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
this if look at all these kids on the internet. They're saying this. So man, we
Yeah.
should do this. Like mini Freddy vs. Jason will be cool." Because boy, we got this and we also got Alien versus Predator a year after this.
Mm.
People were just like, "We need," and then I just remember that for the longest time, even until even not that long ago, people talking about like, "Oh yeah, and there should be like an Ash versus whoever's left, or a Chucky versus Leprechaun to at least kind of keep the height and weight matches similar.
Yeah. Now I will
But
say Alien versus Predator is not a good movie, but I do like the second one.
Requiem,
I love Requiem.
hmm. I I mean it's more violent, but it's
Oh
dumb.
yeah. It's so
It's
dumb. Yeah.
I think it's just wild
It's real
how
gross.
I think it's wild with that movie how now even outside of those two movies, like the Alien and Predator situation are just like in the same world now. We're just
Yeah.
beholden to that. Like, I mean, spoiler alert, the last Predator movie that came out, like, had those fucking androids in it. And it
Yeah.
was like super based around that whole situation. So it's weird how they pick and choose that stuff. It was like Mortal Kombat, those new movies where they're like, you know what, let's abandon everything else, but we gotta keep that song. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You don't throw an asset like that out.
No,
So
no, that would have been a grave mistake.
yeah, so I from here on out with Alien versus Predator movies, they're like, hey, look, trust me, it is a good idea to have them both fight each other or exist in the same situation. We just
Yeah,
need to clean it up a little bit, and especially
for
not make it
sure.
PG-13, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't need to be as in your face.
This movie, on the other hand, certainly it doesn't look like a PG-13 movie, but I feel like it also doesn't deserve to be rated R. Does that make sense?
I mean, yes, but it does have a lot of blood in it, and it's got a lot of boobs in it.
Yeah, I guess it's got the boobs, but and the blood, it just feels so. I don't know. You don't really see it squirt out of anybody except for Freddy, maybe at the end.
And
But
Jason too.
well, and Jason, which I was just like, does Jason bleed? Is there some blood in there? Or we, s- and it's just like
Maybe.
normal ass blood. I don't know. For some reason, I
He's
just
got
thought it would like come out like green or something. I don't know.
it looked kind of black,
Okay, that's better.
like
Makes
sludge.
sense. Better.
Yeah, like not like it's like zombie looking blood.
Well, I'm ready to hop into this movie. How about you?
Let's do it.
So, I did like them combining the scores
Yeah.
over
That's
the New
fun.
Line
With
logo.
yeah, I love that. And I remember I was like, okay, this could be like really good.
Yeah. Literally
The best part of the movie.
the absolute best part of the movie was the first like 2 seconds, three
Yep.
seconds of just that. And I was like, oh fuck, okay. And then
Yeah.
it's just a disappointment from then on out. Um, you you do get to have, the contractual obligated scene of Robert Englund not in makeup.
Yes.
Yeah. So you get Freddy's whole backstory to catch, all of the, millennial kids up to speed, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and
Um,
him narrating, which I think is fun too.
yeah, and him scrapbooking as well.
I love seeing him scrapbooking and he's like, um, okay, one thing I really do like about this
Some
recap.
scissors and a glue stick, just
Yeah,
fucking
no. What I love, he's sitting there like smoking his cigarette, like scrapbooking all his like dead kid pictures. But I love and am both disturbed by because they make Freddy pretty creepy in this, and I dig it. I'll be honest, that's probably one of my favorite things about this movie. I love when he licks the back of the photo to stick it into the scrapbook. That's fucking creepy. It's real creepy.
they really underscored the like, nah, he's a sex pervert here.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely like zoom in on that a little bit more and I like the way they did it in this movie. Like I won't talk about the remake, but I don't like the way they do it in the remake. So, yeah.
I don't know if I like it here either, but I definitely will say basically anything here is
He's a
still
villain.
probably better than that remake.
Yes.
So we get kind of a greatest hits of kills, which is always fun,
Yeah.
from Freddy. We don't get that from Jason, and maybe that's just because, like, I guess
Like
was,
rights,
yeah,
legal
the
rights.
rights
I
whole
don't know.
situation.
Well, I mean, it's Freddy
Um,
telling his story.
yeah.
So Jason's not going to tell his story. We get his story later in a different way, but I will say though, if you're gonna have a movie with Freddy not getting a chance to have as many fun kills, maybe don't show us his greatest hits beforehand because I would be thinking if you showed me a little background snippet of Freddy's previous kills, then I'm gonna get some good shit in this movie, or we're gonna like measure up to that or try. And I don't even feel like anyone tried.
Freddy's whole situation is, well, people have forgotten about me over the years, so I've got no power, but, I've got a plan, which I was like thinking like, okay. And his plan is essentially like, hey, I don't care if I don't get the kills, I just need the credit, you know.
Hmm.
So if I am able to
At first.
summon something, which he decides is Jason Voorhees,
Smart.
which I was trying to think like, I guess Friday the 13th did come out, what, 4 years, 5 years before Nightmare on Elm Street? So
Hmm.
there is a world where Freddy Krueger, as an alive man, scrapbooking and killing children while being well read with the newspaper by finding his
Yeah.
own articles and such,
Yeah.
also says like, huh, or I guess, huh, what's going on over here?
It's going on at
Um,
Camp Crystal Lake, which is apparently right down the street.
yeah, right. Um, I guess he'd be like, oh, okay, I like his style, a hockey man myself,
And I mean, he's also
etc.
killing teenagers.
Yeah, so I'm sure he probably is just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'll remember that.
Yeah.
So when Freddy is, a demon and he runs out of powers, like that actually makes sense. He'd be like, oh, fuck, I know who I should get. That crazy ass motherfucker. I
Yeah.
wonder what's going on with him. And then I guess is able to hop into his dream.
Which
Um,
it makes me wonder like how far Freddy's dream reach can extend out of Springwood.
However, the plot needs it. I mean, it's able to go to Jersey.
Yeah, that's why I was like, did these kids drive all the way to Jersey from Ohio?
Yes, which I checked is like 9 hours
Yeah, that's a
without
long ass
traffic.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Especially with
To just
fucking
have
Jason in
Jason
the back of your
in the
goddamn
fucking
van.
back of the van.
That's terrible. No, thank you. And I'll be like, I'll pay for a cab and follow, or like someone else who has a car. We can figure it out. But I'll get there. So he basically, right, Freddy acts like Jason's mom. And
Yes.
Jason, I guess, is just like dozing. So, okay, so
He's
dozing off and in his dreams, or is he in hell after Jason goes to hell and is just like killing
well,
topless women? What's going on?
this honestly made me start thinking about Jason's lore a little bit because I was like, okay, Jason clearly can't be killed. He's come back time and time again. It's almost as if killing him is like putting him to sleep or in hibernation. And then as soon as somebody comes and fucks with him or disturbs his slumber, then he is just right back out of the grave, ready to go, ready to chop some shit up. Because that would make sense if he's like in some sort of hibernation or sleep, then Freddy can come after him, right?
I guess so, because you don't see, like, he's just walking around and then he gets visions of his mother. So I don't know if he was like already just up and just killing and still killing people, or there was no
No,
clear
that
like shot
was
of like,
they show him waking up.
do they?
Yes. So that
Oh, where was he?
him killing the girl, the topless girl,
Yeah,
that's Freddy created that. That's a dream. And then
got it.
he's the mom is say like the his mom,
Yeah.
who's actually Freddy, is saying like, wake up, Jason. Like go and get these kids in Springwood, which also begs the question, how the fuck did Jason walk the whole way?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what we were just talking about, just like how wild it is to drive from Ohio to Jersey. I'm like, imagine having to walk.
It made me think of In a Violent Nature.
Hmm.
Like that was just Jason's journey from New Jersey to
Yeah.
Springwood.
And it's just like no one stops him. But like people know who Jason Voorhees is. Like
I
it's
mean,
like
he
kind
would
of well
kill
known.
anyone. He would kill anyone who he encountered. Imagine how
Yeah.
many kills he probably got on the way.
Oh yeah. See, that would be a fun, like little like um
Short film.
well, like fun like road movie, roadkill movie. So Jason's off to Ohio because Freddy's like, I need to summon this dude to come over here, kill people. They're gonna think it's me. I'm gonna start planting little seeds that it's me,
It's
and that's just gonna give me power. Then I can start killing again, et cetera, et cetera.
a good plan.
Yeah, just
Solid.
go on my way, right?
Mhm.
So, but even then, like, well, yeah, I guess he's in a prior movie, he was like, there's Elm Streets everywhere. I'm good. I don't understand why he has to start with the one in Springwood, Ohio. Or I guess like me, maybe he always has to start there.
Maybe someone new is living in the house. He's like, oh, gotta prioritize that.
Yeah. So now we get the introduction to our main group of friends. We've got Monica Keena, who plays Lori, which it's spelled all Lori, but is probably a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, right? To get a little Halloween flavor in there, right?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Feels purposeful. You've got her friend Kia, who like really wants her to get laid, played by Kelly Rowland, um, who also has some like body dysmorphia. They
Hmm.
kind of touch on it, not really.
Blood secure, body
Yeah,
dysmorphia. A lot of
right.
what was going on in 2003 for teenage girls.
And then you've got Gib, who has the abusive boyfriend Trey and
Ugh.
Trey's friend Blake, who come over. And the whole thing about Lori, because she's got layers, Natalie. So she lives in Freddie's house or
Yes.
Nancy's house,
Yeah.
whichever. Which I don't remember seeing. Well, I guess maybe a little bit. I would have liked to see more to establish that like that was the house, Because I think it has the same or a similar floor plan, if not the same. I don't
It
know.
does, but they don't really. Do they ever actually say that it's his house at any point?
Yes.
Freddy does. Like he says something about liking bitches who live there.
Well, and then I want to say Will knew that, and maybe the deputy did as well, but at least Will
Okay.
did.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Also, Lori's mother is dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Very.
And also, Lori is just really, she's really struggling to find love,
Yep.
after having her heart broken once by a boyfriend at 14 who was the one and
Yes.
and vanished shortly after her mom died. Like I said, the boys come over to party. Lori isn't interested. And then also Jason has made his way very quickly to Springwood, Ohio, and straight to that house.
Yeah. I
So,
mean, I'm assuming Freddy kind of put that vision in his head, maybe gave him MapQuest directions.
right. Gib and Trey go upstairs to have sex with the door wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, that's too much. Um,
I hate the don't make me ask you twice that he
Yeah.
says.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny. He's such a fucking obvious fucking
Oh,
prick. And you're just
yeah.
like, oh, okay, he's gonna get fucking
He's gonna
killed
get
pretty
killed
quickly.
first.
But
Yeah.
it's still pretty obnoxious. And see, what I'm kind of bummed out about is I don't know if I'm gonna call this my favorite just yet, but pretty much, I think one of the best kills happens like what, like 15 minutes in.
Yeah.
And then really, I don't know if a lot matches it after that. Um,
I have a
Mattress
favorite
is that.
yeah, I maybe have like a favorite, a different favorite kill for a different reason though.
But they have sex. She's like, "Oh, you smell like cigarettes," and then she goes and showers, and somehow doesn't hear fucking Jason. Jason fucking can sneak through this house. Um,
He's so lumbering and like ginormous. He's 6'5", by the way, the actor that plays him in this movie.
mhm.
I had to look that up.
Stabs the shit out of Blake, and then fucking just to make matters worse, fucking folds that whole mattress in
I love
and the
it.
bed frame, I think. Like I
Yeah.
guess it's a folding bed. Or maybe well it is now. And just folds him the other way with it. I did
Yep.
think that was pretty good. So when her
Yeah.
coming out and screaming.
Yeah, that'd be wild
Yeah.
to walk out to. And I'd be
So you
like,
got
he didn't want to cuddle with me anyway.
yeah, I know, right? Fuck him. You did now. Who needs him? You've got Deputy Lachlan Monroe, who conveniently drives by, and they're all screaming outside, right? Being like, "Oh my God, this, like, what? How do you even explain that happening? Like, such a dramatic fucking death like that. Like, not even just stabbed multiple times. That could have been anybody, but to have the strength to like snap him in half,
Yeah, I would
it's
have
wild.
just been like, somebody's dead.
Yeah.
Help us.
So the police arrive and they absolutely are like, "Oh, fuck, Freddy Krueger's back."
And they're just like saying it super loud. Like there should be a don't say he who shall what is it? He who shall not be named rule for Freddy.
Like Voldemort or something.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
that's what they're trying to do.
Well, yeah, it is just pretty funny how like they all say it pretty loudly and then are like, "Shh,
Freddy,
don't
right?
say that name. Don't say that name." But sir, but what about Freddy Krueger,
Yeah.
the Springwood slasher?
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. Um, but then so the kids are of course very confused because the cops are just like the first thing in their questioning is like, "What are you dreaming about? What's any weird
Any,
any dudes that
any guys with knives with fingers or anything like that?
yeah." Have you ever like seen a dude like in a sweater, like, but like in a fedora that like you like kind of makes it work?
He's extra crispy.
Yeah. You ever heard of this guy? His name's Freddy, but I can't say it to
Yeah.
you. They essentially do that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But because she was like, "What is that name?" They were saying a name. Freddy. It's Freddy, right?
Yeah, because they said it 30 times in your house.
Yeah. So, but then as soon as Lori says Freddy, when they're at the police station getting interrogated, she goes into her first nightmare sequence.
Hmm.
And you got your greatest hits. She's back at the house. You got the, kids jump roping and doing the
Hmm.
business, right? Um, she's able to come to, but like I said, she's got a name, Freddy.
Yeah.
So that night we also have Blake's death, who's like sitting on the his like porch, like just whining. He's like, "I'm gonna avenge you, Trey."
I like Blake's death
Well, yeah, I like
and his
that.
dad.
I like that Jason was like, "I'm not finished. I'm coming for that other one too," because I guess he must have followed them home.
Oh yeah. And that Jason again is sneaking.
Oh yeah,
He's not sneaky.
and he sneaks a lot, and at least in the first half of this movie.
Yeah.
So Freddy tries to kill Blake, Trey,
Hmm.
Blake here,
Yeah.
right? But he's like, "Oh, like the movie's like really obvious
Oh
and has to
gosh.
like really
The
tell
narr
you
like yeah, he
with like
narrates
bad
everything.
and with like bad ADR too, where like,
Hmm.
Freddy like tries to like stab him, but like it can't do it. And Blake's like, "I'm all right. I'm still all right." And then like
Yeah.
runs off. And then it doesn't even fucking matter though, because Ethan comes to and his dad is just fucking decapitated, sitting right next to him. Love
I
that.
love it.
And then fucking Jason fucking kills Blake too. So fucking get fuck out of here, Blake. You're good.
Yeah. I enjoyed that little sequence, but they ruin it, like you said, like they ruin it by making everything like so so obvious. They don't trust us as an audience to figure anything out. And Freddy's already explained it to us, so we don't need to know that he's too weak to kill him at this point.
Oh yeah. So like Freddy explains it from the get-go, and then we have to hear characters explain it to
Yeah.
themselves and to us
And
again.
and Freddy over and
Ugh.
over again. I'm not powerful enough. And you're like, we know, we get it. But that's the whole point of why you summon Jason.
Yeah, buddy. So at the local behavioral health hospital, maybe the same one that they were at in Dream Warriors.
Oh, maybe.
I would assume so.
Did they ever say
Um,
the name of it in Dream Warriors?
Probably somewhere. I mean, if they were smart, it'd be the same hospital,
That would be fun.
right? So we get Lori's mysterious boyfriend, Will,
Hmm.
and his buddy Mark. And Will sees on the news on the TV in like the general socializing area that there's been a murder at that house, and she's like, well, fuck, that's Lori's house. I gotta go. So they escape.
And it was that easy to escape the whole time.
It was pretty easy to get out of there, but I mean, I do like that. I mean, it was kind of funny that Mark was like drugged for that first part. He's like, "Oh no, no, man, that part's real. I was able to get the
Yeah.
key, but sorry, man, the rest of this is on you. You got to drag me out."
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have brought Mark along, but I
I
would
would
have
have
been
just
like, "All
let
right,
Mark sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. I'll come back for you."
Yeah.
Right? Next day, we're at Lori's. Her dad's like very much being like, "Go to sleep. Just go to sleep. Don't worry." Which I'm like, oh, yeah, and he's trying to feed her Hypnosil.
Hmm.
And right, because
Which
so
is fun.
basically, like he wants her to rest and he wants her to sleep, but obviously doesn't want her to dream because he
Yeah.
also knows it's Freddy Krueger, I guess.
I would just be very weirded out if my mom was trying to get me to sleep because I was upset. I don't know that that's like the healthiest thing to do or to encourage.
I mean, like rest is probably good if something traumatic happened to you, but also like I mean, like,
Rest doesn't have to be sleep.
can you stop telling me to drink this juice? Like, can you
Yeah.
like I think I'm just gonna go to school. To which I'm
And that's a
like,
big ass glass of orange juice too.
oh
Like
yeah.
that is a full glass of orange juice. He could have given her a small juice glass, and then that way she could have just like, if she even took one sip, she gets like at least half of the Hypnosil.
She gets like completely dressed, right? Like has like, she's like ready to go, and he's like, "Hey, just go back to bed, babe. Don't even worry about it."
Yeah.
Or not bed, babe. It's a little more suggestive of a
Yeah.
relationship. But even though the movie kind of goes there every now and then, it's very off-putting and
I think that's a
unnecessary.
Freddy specific thing though.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, but the dad also learns that from the cops that the will is on the loose and has escaped the whatever that hospital is.
Hmm. Weston Hills.
So let's see. Okay, so now we're at school because there's still more cast members you got to meet here.
Oh my God, there's so many
Um,
people.
so Gib and Kia, if you remember them, they tell Lori that Blake is dead, so we don't have to think about Blake anymore. We're good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. But the cops are all trying to pin it on him, or trying to cover this up, saying like, nah,
Hmm.
Blake probably killed fucking Trey and then killed his dad and then killed himself. Easy. Don't even have to, how much paperwork you got to
Wrap
do on
that up.
that? You know? Who needs justice for poor Blake's mother if she's around, right? She just thinks that her son, like, they're willing to just like pin it all on her son, right?
Yeah.
And it's wild because she would probably know about Freddy Krueger too.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's true. She should have been like yelling around the town. That would have been kind of fun.
I don't know. Maybe it's just hard. I don't remember if this was before like that housing crash. I think that was a few years later, I think, but
2009.
yeah. So I'm like, do you need to, if you just knew that that was like the situation, like moving into Springwood, especially on Elm Street, and you're like, okay, so
Hard pass.
your child's life kind of depends on us all collectively. So we all have to trust each other equally to keep this a secret.
Also, even if you didn't have children, Freddy actively attacks adults too, just for funsies sometimes.
I I don't remember ever getting this in any of the movies, but like I would really love some like behind the scenes conversations between all the adults trying to like manage this.
Yes. That
You
would be really
know,
fun.
and just kind of process all this together, like just something.
Yes.
Because also, where are all the parents in most of these movies? And then,
Or they're absolutely batshit.
yeah, that's it's so wild. Um, we also meet Linderman, and then we also meet Stoner Bob, who's kind of your Jason Mewes stand-in.
Yeah,
I think this is also about the same year as Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I think.
maybe.
Yeah, just the early 2000s. It was a culture year.
Yeah. It's a weird time.
Yeah. And then Lori is in the hallway just being like, I'm having dreams, everybody. His name is Freddy Krueger. He's got finger knives. He looks mean and burnt and a little melty.
Just
And
yelling,
the
yelling.
the fedora works, but everything else is really off-putting here. And to the point where like everybody in like the hallway, like in the
Oh my
school, like,
gosh.
locker hallways are just like all standing being like, what? What?
I love that. Like, there was never a time. I mean, we were in an outdoor high school, so it wasn't like
Sound
that.
wouldn't carry as easy.
Yeah, the sound wouldn't carry as easy, but there was never a time where like somebody was talking about something and everybody around just dropped what they were doing, had no problems in the world, and just had to listen to this one person. So I thought that that was really funny, and I especially like when Will shows up that they're all watching, like, oh my God, her long lost love.
I'd be all about this drama. I'd be like, I don't know
Oh
who any of
yeah,
these
I'd
people
be
are,
into
but
it.
this
Yeah.
looks very dramatic right now. See,
Yeah.
and the it's fucking crowd control what they did to us, Natalie, in high school, because to kind of give everybody kind of a visual,
Mm,
it was Southern California, right? So they're all, outdoor hallways essentially, right?
mm.
But there was like kind of like a main little building, like the admin building in the
Uh-huh.
center, and then it would kind of spider out in a couple
Yeah.
different directions. And I really think this was for crowd control. So if we were in like the 200 wing,
Yeah.
like and there was some drama escaped asylum person in wing 4, we'd have no idea,
Yeah, we
right?
couldn't be in on the drama.
But then also, if they're all fucking spreading Freddy Krueger and shit all in one side, the other rest of the school wouldn't be able to hear it as easily. So I think it
True.
kind of helps in that regard too.
For sure.
I think I remember hearing some rumor that it was like similar like layout like our high school to a prison. But I
Yeah.
think everyone just says that is like
I
just a
think high schoolers
just a
just think
schoolyard
that, but
thing.
I will say the high school that we went to had the least amount of plants possible for a school. It was like what, five palm trees?
Oh, I thought you meant like a plant, like someone undercover, like never been kissed or something,
Heavens
or
no.
21 Jump Street, you know.
Yeah, but it was like a prison. There was no like greenery in that school. And then just for like a side story here, we know this for a fact because Kyle and I had to do summer school at the other high school in town, and it was full of beautiful trees. Trees everywhere.
But it very much wasn't like a prison, and this is why I had to be in summer school because I would essentially break out every
Oh, for
day.
sure. Yeah, we would leave all the time.
Oh my God, I can't believe like literally every day I wouldn't make it past second period. I'd just leave.
Same,
I'd just be at the Del Taco
same.
or
Fuck
trying
that.
to hawk cigarettes from adults across the street at the AM PM. Oh boy,
Like,
it's
shouldn't
good
you be
times.
in class, young man?
I'd be like, I don't know. They're all talking about fucking finger gloves and shit over there, and kids are getting cut up. I don't want anything to do with that. I'm just gonna smoke a cigarette in peace over here. I'll be at the Del Taco. Will and Mark also show up. Again, this is still even post Columbine, like low security high school where anybody,
Yeah,
I mean, I guess, yeah, they're just other kids, so they just walk right in. And
yeah.
then Mark's just like, yeah, they say 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That's
Spreading
what
this
he's,
like
yeah.
wildfire.
I love that he goes, yeah, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. That's what they say when he's coming for you. And I'm like, oh, okay.
No shit, Mark.
Hey, no fucking
Dropping
shit, Mark.
dropping gems.
Mark's so fucking dumb.
Yep.
Um, so now every between fucking her and Mark, like the whole, at least the whole hallway is just
Uh,
infected now.
They're all infected with Freddy.
Oh no. So I'm just thinking, I don't even know if you like need Jason for this. I think you could have gotten any random serial killer to go in and murder somebody.
I
Um,
think at this point now Freddy doesn't need Jason anymore, but Jason is just a juggernaut. He's not going to stop.
and then also, of course, right, to add to the whole drama of, Finger Knife Freddy, and her screaming this all up and down the hallway. You do have, like I said, her mysterious boyfriend of, however long
Mhm.
disappearance has returned. So she's like, doesn't even know what to make do. And but I would say I could absolutely, like you said, imagine you and me just in the crowd being like, fuck.
Yeah. We were like making fun of everybody watching, but we would totally just be like, what is happening?
Yeah. And I just don't think I would go to that cornfield party, but we'll get there.
No.
Yeah. So, but essentially, when an adult finally walks out and wonders what the hell's going on, played by Robert Shea,
Yes.
right? Mark and Will run off. And then they head to your local library. I will give this movie a little bit, like an eighth of a boo, because at least you have your library, research sequence.
I love that their research sequence shows, though, that they've redacted everything that has to do with Freddy in these newspaper articles. I think that's really fun.
Including, well, it's because Freddy Krueger, maybe there was only one copy in Springwood, and Freddy Krueger kept cutting them all out for his scrapbook. They were
They're
like,
like,
we're not trying to hide anything. We only just have one copy, and that dude kept taking them.
there's no pictures of children in any of these articles.
Yeah, this guy would come to our library, steal our one copy of our newspaper, cut it out, and then return it saying that he found it like that,
And licked it.
And yeah, he's got yeah,
Just
fucking
licking newspapers left and right.
it's terrible. Um, so yeah, so they're saying that there's evidence of, them just deleting anything related to Freddy Krueger and any of Freddy's kills, which of course makes Mark especially upset because his brother, who they claim killed himself, actually Mark believes was a victim of Freddy.
Which is
But there's
never
no
actually
mention of it.
proven.
Well, but then why, yeah, why, if they were covering it up as a suicide, why would they have to delete any mention of it? It's like delete it from the
Oh,
newspaper or
yeah.
come up with a cover. Why do you have to do
Yeah, one
both?
or the other.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Feels
true.
excessive,
Yeah, it does feel excessive.
right? So they realize, like, oh fuck, nobody here remembers anymore. And they're like, yeah, and they've fucking dumbass kids. Fucking Mark is so fucking dumb in this. And because he just very clearly realizes, like, when they're, you know, when they've like reconvened, right, after learning what they've learned, it's just like, so, we haven't been having dreams and, you know, that's why we've been committed and they've been trying to hide it because that's what gives Freddy power. And then literally that realization over Mark where he's like, and I just first thing I did coming back to town is start fucking blabbing about Freddy fucking Krueger in a
Uh-huh.
fucking crowd,
Idiot.
causing all of this.
Yep.
And then his first thing immediately was with that realization, he's like, "Oh, hey man, we should get out of here."
Yeah, he's like, we should fucking leave.
I was like, "You fucking asshole,
Yeah,
Mark.
just
You were chill for half a second breaking them out of that hospital, but from then on, you've just been dead weight, dude."
yeah, leave everybody to die.
Oh my gosh. Um, Will's like, "Hey, I got to make sure Lori's safe." Um, and then gets a van that I guess belonged to Mark's brother.
Yes.
And I don't know how he gets the keys to this van, or how he's able to just like go into his house like it's nothing's happened.
Well, no, Mark is there too. They were in the
What?
back of the van, and then Will takes the van.
Sure. And then Mark goes into, I assume is his parents' house,
Oh, maybe.
and they don't ask, like, hey man, what are you doing back?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
why are they gone?
Oh, shit. I didn't even think about that, that he's just like
How
hanging out in his room.
and how does he have keys to his dead brother's van?
Damn, I didn't think about any of that.
Natalie, I'm only thinking about those things.
Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like I picked up on a lot this watch, but I have never thought about that.
Natalie. I mean, I think, don't get me wrong, I think when you come into this movie, you set,
The bar's
rightfully
so
so, you set
low.
everything so low. But I feel
Yeah.
like this movie still stumbles. But
Dang.
so we go to find Lori, who is at this party in this middle of a cornfield. Um, Linderman shows up. I guess he acts like surprised, like running into these like Varsity Blues type guys. Um,
Yeah.
just like driving his little fucking scooter, like not even through a corn maze, like just through a
No.
cornfield. Like,
Uh-huh.
and corn is like sharp,
And strong.
probably at that speed too. I'm like, how the fuck are you like maneuvering through that?
There's
He
not a
just like comes
trail.
out of the corn like he's from fucking what's the fucking ghost baseball movie? Ain't not Angels in the Outfield, but the other one.
There's another one.
Not the Sandlot.
Not a league of their own.
Not that one. Field of Dreams, that's the one.
Oh, is that the one?
They
Wait,
they all emerge out of the corn.
do they?
Yeah.
I don't think I remember Field of Dreams as well as I remember Angels in the Outfield.
People really have this affinity for Field of Dreams.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be really be about like the love of like baseball as a pastime, but not really. I didn't
Sounds,
really connect with it, but
yeah, sounds boring.
yeah. So, um, Linderman tries to flirt with Lori a little bit, but then Kia gets in the way, and then like, just this like I hate the incel energy from Linderman in this movie.
I feel like he doesn't start the incel energy until after this scene. Because
Well,
he tells off Kia, which she kind of deserves because she picks on him all the time.
yeah, I suppose so, but like I'm sure he probably felt so cool saying like that shit to dress her down, but you're like, I don't know. I just would have fucking slapped him across the fucking face.
Yeah, oh yeah, if I were Kia, absolutely.
Yeah. If you even had a thought if that wake up makeup wasn't weighing it down or like blah blah blah. And then
Yeah.
literally 2 seconds later, she's like, "Come on, let's dance."
Yeah. Maybe that's just their dynamic.
I think she gets off on, I guess, dudes dressing her down, I suppose.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know. So again, I guess it's sexual attention. I don't know.
Could be. Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it's teenagers, so kind of they can't help it. Everything
Yeah.
is,
They don't know what they're doing.
right? So Will shows up and Linderman's like, "Ugh, damn, look at this
There goes my
boyfriend.
chance.
He was my chance, man." He's ruffled, but like I said, Kia's just like, come on, let's dance. Because now all of a sudden, like I guess that was like him like proving himself to her as like
I
a a,
don't
vi-
think
a, a virile man.
I think that you are putting more thought into it than the writers did.
Definitely.
Yeah, like they didn't really care what it meant or what was happening. They're just like, we're just gonna have this happen, and then that's gonna be that.
Yeah. So Will tries to explain where he's been. Kia also interrupts and comes back, and she's like, "Hey, come on, let's go dance. Come on, everybody. Who cares? Don't
I'd
want
be
to hear
like, girl,
about."
this is important.
Yeah, like I
People are
literally
dying.
have not talked to this dude in years now, and people are dead, and he seems to know what's going on.
Yeah, why am I at this party?
If you remember poor Gib, she's drunkenly walking through the corn,
Mm.
and then when she sees Trey, who's like decapitated now and like carrying his head.
I love that for
Who cut
him.
his head off?
I thought his head was like broken, like his neck was snapped.
Oh, I thought it was like much lower.
It is lower,
Okay.
but like I think it's just because his head is so broken that it's like
Hmm.
hanging down.
Okay. Well, she follows him, and as it turns out, like she's just drunkenly passed out.
Ugh,
So
yeah.
she is dreaming, and following him to like, like one of those, what do you call those, like silos or something? I don't know what you call them.
Yeah.
But basically it turns into Freddy's boiler room. And then Freddy's just like, all right, fuck, here's my prey. I got this. And just starts chasing her around a little bit.
Yeah. How do you feel about like pre-Jason, interfering in this situation? Freddy's boiler room and the lighting and the music. Like, does it hit for you?
No. I
Yeah, it
feel
it feels light.
for a Freddy forward, I guess, kind of movie. And I mean, I guess almost all of the kills really are Jason. Like this still feels more like a Jason movie than a Freddy movie.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they captured the feeling of a Nightmare on Elm Street because whenever you're in the boiler room, it doesn't feel the same. Even the movies that are lesser than of the series, I think do a great job always of like the music, the sound design, the like there's no like fog or steam in the boiler room. Like everything's
How do I
very
know it's a dream?
clean. Yeah,
Yeah,
like it's
you got to get
not
some fog in
dreamy.
there.
Yeah, it's not dreamy at all or even hazy. Like it's just very like sterile, I guess.
And then so much like sexual assault in this movie.
Yes, so much.
Oh my gosh. Like, because you've got this other like fucking like weirdo raver kid who is like planning to assault her and like climbs on
Yeah.
top of her. And
Yeah.
like honestly, like so far, I mean, granted, okay, like Jason doesn't
Jesus.
have perfect aim. He's gonna kill anyone who's around, but like Jason was like really looking out for Gib by killing both Trey and this fucking dude. Now, granted, yeah,
Yeah.
stabs through him and into her, right? So kills
Yeah.
her, but Jason's like, oh fuck, whoops, you know,
No, he was like two birds, one scone, as they say.
100% love that. So
Poor Gib, though, she honestly has it the worst because she has the shitty boyfriend. The shitty boyfriend gets killed. She's got a drinking problem. And then goes to this party to try to drink away her feelings, passes out, is attacked by Freddy in her dream, sexually assaulted while she's sleeping, and then gets killed by Jason in real life. That is terrible.
it's too
This
much.
poor fucking girl.
Um, but she's dead. Freddy's pissed because he was like, hey, that was
Mm.
mine. Like, come on, like you need to let me have at it a little bit because
I
that's
did
gonna
think
give me
it's
full power.
I did think it was a little bit fun, her in the locker and him about to kill her, and then you see Jason's machete go through her in the dream. I thought that was kind of fun.
I think so too. And like you said, yeah, the vibe just fell off, especially when you show again those greatest hits in the beginning of the movie of
Yes.
like, the puppeteering Freddy in part
Hmm.
three, or, you know, some of the wilder shit in some of the later movies. And you get what, maybe a little bit of that in the Stoner's death. Like,
Yeah. Along with really bad CGI.
yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this movie could have definitely had way more fun with the Freddy
Yeah,
parts of it.
for sure.
But
They could have gone real hard with the dream sequences for sure.
yeah.
And it's almost as like they watched that montage of kills and just were like, how can we just do the opposite of
Be like,
what's
oh wow, we
happening?
can't top that.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, let's not even try, honestly.
Yeah. Hey guys, hey, where's my red filter
Yeah.
to put in front of this?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, we ran out. Oh my God, we only have the green one. Okay, switch it to green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, it's pretty bad.
Hmm.
So Freddy's pissed at Jason, and he's just like, ah man, look, now I've, let the bull loose in the china shop, as they
Hmm.
say, right? So Jason, on the other hand, is like, cool, well, I'm gonna keep on a killing.
He's having the time of his life,
Oh yeah,
honestly.
dude, he's back at this fucking
Yeah.
full throttle Jason. Yeah, the Varsity Blues guys kill them. The only thing I didn't like about this situation was, you know, when they're like, "Yeah, go fuck a pig," blah blah blah, and then Jason like
Yeah.
twists the guy's head all the way around,
Oh, yeah.
and then like he uses his index finger and kind of just pushes him over. That
It doesn't
feels
feel very Jason.
that feels like a very not Jason move to
Yeah.
like
Like he would take his whole hand and just like throw him. He
yeah.
wouldn't be using one delicate finger. Yeah.
So that's a little weird. But I do like him being lit on fire and that like not stopping him at
I
all.
love that he does so much lit on fire.
I was
The
like,
treat.
you made this so much worse now by
Yes,
having him
because
on
now
fire.
everything's on fire. And
No.
I that seemed like a practical effect, him being on fire. I think that was actually a stunt performer,
I mean, yeah, probably.
which is kind of the the best effect. I think I know they have some fun things like during their fights and stuff like that, but there's a lot of bad CGI going on and a lot of like effects that just seem really over the top and unnecessary. But him being up in flames and just going around at this party killing kids is real fun.
A little reminiscent of Freddy's Revenge at that pool party.
Oh, yes, yes.
Just kind of like slashing people. One random
Uh-huh.
dude that thinks like, "Oh, I can try and stop him. Let me throw this thing at him." And then Freddy's like, or Jason's like, "Get the fuck out of here, dude!" Just slashes
Yeah,
him open. I
yeah.
would have liked some better kills in this situation. It's a lot of just very just chest slashing.
That is because of the quantity and the over the topness of him being on fire. I really enjoy this part.
It's probably, I don't know if I would say it's good, but it's when I think about this movie, it's probably one of the more memorable set pieces.
Yeah, I think it's a high point for this movie
Hmm.
for me.
So in the chaos, Lori and Will escape in the van borrowed by Mark. We've got Kia that came with them. We've got Lenderman, and then we've got Stoner Bill, Jason Mewes,
And
if you
what like
remember.
was he their friend before this party?
Not really. I think like acquaintances probably.
Yeah, I
He
couldn't
probably
under
sold them drugs.
I guess I just couldn't understand like how he was part of the group
I mean, I think it's just like, hey man, let me come with you.
because he wasn't
You
at that
you have a
original house
car.
party.
No.
Yeah.
But neither was Linderman. So they're just like,
Hmm.
hey, we're following you guys because you have a van and you can get us out of here.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Yeah, I know Kia asks Lori, he's like, is that Freddy? Was that Freddy? And Lori's like,
I don't know who
no.
the fuck that was.
I don't know, but I'm starting to think this guy's even worse. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's no good. The other guy, like, yeah, okay, his theatrics are, a little much, and he, whispers and does his tongue flick, but like that guy's on
I
fire. That's fucked
I
up.
do I one of the things that I enjoy about this movie isn't so much that Jason and Freddy are fighting each other and doing things alongside each other, but the kids trying to figure out which one they need to go after first and just being like, what the fuck do we prioritize here? Like, one's getting us in our dreams, but this motherfucker's here in real life. So I think that's a really fun dynamic of this movie that I wish it makes me wish that the movie was better because I do think that's very fun.
Yeah. Of just being like, I don't even know how to parse this out.
Yep,
This all just, it's a lose-lose for everybody, which
it
it
really is.
definitely is. But but before even that they have that conversation, no one goes to the police. They just
They talk about that though, that they
they
can't trust the police,
well, I mean, Linderman just goes, fuck the police for some reason, even though that I don't know if that feels
which is
very
a
in
fair
line with
statement,
his,
but
yeah, but not maybe in line with his character. Because first I'm like, where is this energy coming from, dude? And they're like,
yeah,
just take me home. And I'm like, really? You all just want to like go home? Like after like it's one thing, like, oh, okay, yeah, one of your friends gets mysteriously killed in a house.
yeah.
This giant dude with string hair and a hockey mask like was on fire
String
and just
hair.
started murdering people.
You're fucking insulting Jason's zombie hair. Damn.
Jeez. How do you describe him? What would you call that? What is that haircut?
No, it's string hair. That's fair.
Right? Before Lori drops off, or sorry, before Will drops off Lori, Will's like, "Hey, that last thing I was gonna say is, you know, I think your dad had me committed because maybe I saw him kill your mother.
So just FYI.
So maybe it wasn't a car accident." Okay. And then the dad, of course, shows up because they're like sitting right outside in that fucking like obvious van. Um,
That van.
yeah. So dad shows up, beats up Will a little bit, and just gosh, I think it was at this point, like I put it in my notes. I'm just like, holy shit, this is just too much plot. Too much.
So much plot with like the dad working at the institution. Why is that
Part-time.
necessary? Especially if he didn't actually kill her mother.
You said you were a general practitioner.
Yeah, he's like, well, I mean, technically, yeah.
He's like, yeah, part-time. I mean enough to get an in with the intake coordinators. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Not a big
yeah,
deal. Grease the
it's
wheels on that.
because they're trying to frame it as Lori's dad can't be trusted, but who the fuck cares? And he didn't kill her mom, so why did he need to be a villain in this like mental hospital situation? It feels it's a lot going on.
Like, don't get me wrong. Sure, I guess it sucks for Mark and Will to be institutionalized. Sure.
Yes.
Yes. But at the same time, like the plan was working.
Yeah.
Everybody was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess well, Jason shows up. That
It's
makes it
like
a
a
little
greater good situation.
absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, clearly whoever Mark and why I keep forgetting Will's names, their parents must have been on board with it to some degree.
Yeah, which is also wild. But
Yeah.
I this scene is interesting to me because it brings in too much plot that we didn't need on top of so much plot already. But I feel like it's trying to channel again the prior films and the weird parental dynamics that are happening between the teenagers and their parents, like the lack of trust, a lot of alcoholism, which I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, why couldn't they make Lori's dad an alcoholic? Just keep that going. It's a weird, little treat for us as an audience. But I feel like they were trying to capture that and just missed the mark.
Yeah, she's like, you knew about Will the whole time. And she's like, and the dad's also, I mean, to be fair, the dad's like, come on, Lori, HIPAA laws. Like, I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
I am a doctor. Like, I can't
Yeah.
just share that out willy-nilly to you
Yeah.
in case you ask. Like,
I do
I
have
know
some moral compass and
I
also the law.
I do have some integrity. But again, yeah, I just also don't understand why then the need to pin that murder on her. I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess the dad pinned it on him and got him committed for it. And I don't
Wait,
know,
pinned what on him?
the murder of Lori's mom
No, but he said that Lori's mom died in a car accident. Will was institutionalized for something completely different.
for, so like he didn't even have to give like a reason on the intake form.
I
Like
guess not.
some reason. They're just like, oh,
He
yeah,
must have
man.
he must have just made some shit up.
Yeah. You don't like your daughter's boyfriend? Yeah, yeah, we got you.
Perfect. It happens all the time.
Yeah. So, um, she runs to her room, locks the door, escapes out a window, and then goes right back to Will, who like waits to like startle her. Like I don't understand why in horror movies that happens, where it's like just some guy being like, "Hey, come over here," but they have to like reach out and like grab their mouth or something, or they have to like startle them first.
I would love to see someone try to pull that shit on me. If someone I knew did like
When there's
after the
like two
startling,
serial killers on the loose,
you're getting kicked in the nuts is what's going to
yeah,
happen. Like you're getting a knee to the nuts because I'd be furious.
we they realize like, hey, we can't trust the adults, clearly,
Hmm.
right? And even then, just like dumb children that like again don't like think to I mean, and they do act like dumb teenagers because like
Hmm.
again, the parents had a plan and they don't think to question like the why. Why were the parents doing this?
Yeah.
Why,
Yeah.
now people are being murdered and
All because
Freddy's
of
getting
all y'all
stronger.
trying to be fucking investigators and shit.
And all we did was just accelerate this shit further down the timeline.
Hmm.
But they're like, hey, we got to go get Mark. He's on our side. And again, we're just back over to Mark, who, like, his like old set of pajamas are there. He's just making himself comfortable. Like,
No, he's full on living in his house.
yeah,
Maybe his parents aren't home.
yeah, I guess they just happen to not be home. And he still has
Lucky.
keys to the house. He can get in.
Or maybe he knows where there's like a key under the mat,
Yeah, his
right?
room's just how they left it. Because, I mean, it'd been like a few years.
Yeah. And we don't know why Mark was institutionalized. They don't say,
No.
right?
Well, I think it's because he knew about Freddy. So
Oh,
they,
because of his brother.
right.
Yes. Okay.
So I don't know if it was clear that like Will knows about Freddy and knew about Freddy too. I guess so. I don't know. I can't remember.
Maybe it was just like too close for comfort because he said he saw Lori's dad kill her mother, but she died in a car accident. So it's like he was witnessing Freddie doing something. I don't know why he thought it was his dad or her dad.
Just saw a dude. And it's not like Freddy was like wearing any different clothes, I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah.
So either way, we get back to Mark. And then Mark essentially, he's wallowing over his brother, who is played by fucking what's his name? He was in Resident Evil 2. Zach
Um,
Ward, no relation. Um, and he's also in that sitcom Titus with Christopher Titus and like Stacy Keach.
oh yeah.
You ever watch that? You remember that? I don't know.
No.
I remember liking it. I don't know. And I had some roommates in San Francisco that were all about that show, and I was kind of about it too. So we
Okay.
watched it a lot. We had a lot of fun, lots of good
Nice.
times. So shout out to Titus.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Zach Ward, um, who like kind of does a funny job of like just really giving his best like kind of creepy kind of theatrical kind of thing out of the bathtub,
Yeah.
being possessed by
I
Freddy.
I didn't super love this. Like I would have liked to see more Freddie and less of him acting like Freddie, like this actor trying to act like Freddie as his
That's
brother.
true.
Like
See,
just make the switch quick.
I liked it because it was like, all right, Freddy using something to fuck with you a little
That
bit,
that's
right?
true because he's not using their fears or their trauma as much as he normally would, or their hatred of, you know,
Cockroaches.
cockroaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Freddy's like, hey, I'm getting stronger, buddy. And knocked over your hypnosil, asshole. Your one last little pill. And 1, 2, buddy. Just like I said, Freddy's coming for you. I'm right here. And then I need you to send a message to your buddies. And he's like, I'm not going to do it. And he's like, all right, guess
I'm going to.
I'm going to send it one way or another, buddy. So basically, just like boils and burns Freddy's back into his back.
I love that.
He's like, I gotta, I can't say Freddy's return. I gotta say Freddy's back. It's your back. It's
Obviously.
it's a pun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Right. That is one thing I appreciate. It happens a little later with some torpedoes that are by Crystal Lake for some reason. But
Yeah.
I appreciate Freddy does have some commitment to using puns
Oh yeah.
and working with what he's got, you
Oh
know?
yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
He's very resourceful with his puns.
Well, I guess sometimes I think he's like, well, I'm going to do like a surf thing. So it gives him a minute to think about what are some good puns I can work with. Whereas
Exactly.
I
He's
think
workshopping.
sometimes in the moment, he's like, no, I think I can improv some puns around this.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you were a dream demon and you were just kind of waiting for somebody interesting to come along to kill in their dreams, you probably have plenty of time to think about puns for different situations.
He's a seasoned professional.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, but I really think like maybe he scopes out his victims and says, okay, like what are their interests? What are their fears? And let me just see what puns I can come up with. He's like, oh, that guy's deaf. So it's nice hearing from you. You know, he's just laughing, just writing it down in his little notebook.
Scrapbook. Yeah.
He's just licking, licking the pages together.
He's, when he does, he just
Just
licks paper when he's bored. Oh my God, that's so gross. So the others get to Mark, but it's not in time because he's getting cut the fuck up. And then you see the message, Freddy's back, which I mean, I don't know. I thought was pretty clear by that point. I don't know if I needed that.
Freddie needed to make it clear in the most scary way he could think of for them.
Yeah. Now, in case you forgot, Lachlan Monroe is in this movie. So back at
I
the police
did.
station, he, I guess, is this young buck deputy who's new to town and is like, so what's going on, guys? Like,
He's the rookie ass cop with strong theories.
oh yeah, because he's like, I want to get to the bottom of this. The sheriff's just like, you need to shut up. Don't say anything. His name's Freddy. Don't say that name, you know. But I don't want to fucking hear about it. You know, the deputy's just like, hey, this is sounding a lot like the Crystal Lake killings.
Yeah.
If this giant dude with a hockey mask with a machete starts killing, it is pretty specific.
Pretty specific.
And the sheriff is just like, he doesn't shut it down because he's like, that's insane. You saying that this is like a supernatural Jason Voorhees back from the dead, or a copycat
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah.
Um, but he's only shutting it down because he doesn't want to talk about it at all because he's convinced it's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, and
But
I
because they
love
don't
that.
communicate,
Yeah.
it continues to be an issue.
Hmm.
Yeah. So the deputy's like, well, if you aren't going to hear it, then I'm going to go to a bunch of children and solve this mystery with them.
Well, and then maybe that should be part of like their onboarding for the Springwood police force is learning the secrets of Freddy Krueger and keeping it silent. Because otherwise, if you're a good detective and you're doing great work, you're gonna like dig up some shit. So why not just nip that in the bud? Just tell them right off the bat, listen, if anything happens with this fucking guy, we don't talk about it. Like we don't talk about it in front of the minors. We come up with whatever story we need to, and that's that. And don't even be talking about Crystal Lake because that's in New Jersey.
We are, yeah, I guess they were able to kind of nip this in the bud just before the real rise and regularity of internet usage and
Hmm.
Googling, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm they're just like, oh, don't worry, we cut out all the newspaper clips. We're good.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about
Oh
anything.
yeah, we went to the library and took care of that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Problem
Took us
solved.
took us 2 hours.
Yeah, we just had an intern go down there and do that. Um, Problem solved. We're good.
Yep.
No harm, no foul. So the deputy goes to the kids and he's like, and also I don't understand like how the deputy knew that the van was theirs.
I love everything about him just showing up in this basement
Me too. He makes some
because
leaps.
it,
And
it
whose
makes
basement
a
is this?
we don't know whose basement it is.
Okay.
And you've got the stoner kids smoking. Can you imagine smoking weed at a table? Like, I'm assuming at this time it was not legal in Ohio, if it even is now. And
Okay, okay, Narc.
a cop just walking into your basement, I would lose my shit. He actually plays it real cool.
Yeah. Well, and the cop doesn't care, at least in this case.
Yeah, he's like, there are bigger fish to fry. He's like, I don't give a shit if you're smoking weed. Like, literally, Jason Voorhees is coming up out of lakes, coming to kill y'all.
So the deputy gives the whole backstory of Jason Voorhees now to
Mhm.
all these kids. Um, he's like, I'm pretty sure that this is a copycat. To which the kids are like, I've
No.
seen him. That's real. And I'm just like,
Now, when did you all learn about Jason?
yeah. I mean, I guess like Jason, they're just like, yeah, boy, we maybe it's a different thing. They're like, we gotta tell this story to scare everybody to just really make sure you all don't try and fucking bring this guy back to life again. Um,
So is Lockman Monroe's, is his purpose in this movie just to tell these kids Jason's backstory? Because it kind of feels like that's what he's here for.
well, and then also for some reason to help them break into the behavioral health hospital, which I guess he has keys to. How does he get
No,
them?
no. Will still has the key card from when Mark took it off of the
Oh,
orderly, which wouldn't they
deactivate that?
reprogram these key cards or like yeah, deactivate it and give that one orderly a new key card if he didn't get fired?
Mark's probably on, sorry, that orderly's probably like on strike too. And he's like, I'm not, I'm not saying it was me. Even though usually like often it'll register who uses it, right?
Oh,
So
for
like who's,
sure.
yeah. So I'm sure, I
That
don't
guy got
know.
fired
Maybe
probably.
if, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully well, up to better things, I suppose. So before we get to that hospital though, this is where Lori, who's like kind of zoning out on the couch, has basically her infamous Freddy died by fire, Jason by water. How do we use that?
Yeah.
I hate that
It's
so much.
yeah, it is infamous. Absolutely.
Jason's never been afraid of water up until this point.
No, he literally
He was swimming and bobbing out all the time.
he's fucking capturing bitches in the water under the dock. He's macheting people through. He's all about that lake.
He's good, absolutely.
Just
Um,
because he couldn't swim when he was a kid doesn't mean he didn't fucking learn how later. Also, he might just be tall enough that he could just waft around right above the lake.
yeah, probably. So they're like, sure, okay, cool story, but the deputy is like, I think we need to sacrifice one of you.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And then they come to this idea. It's like, well, obviously it's got to be someone pure. Who's the virgin? And this is also when you learn that Linderman like paid a sex worker.
Yeah. I'm assuming like which is funny because
Absolutely did.
this is Lori's nightmare. So we don't know if that's true or if she just is assuming that about Linderman, but either way, I think that's funny.
Well, I couldn't tell which part is a dream and which part isn't because later on, yeah, they still use her as a sacrifice to lure them out. So them deciding that she
Not,
was the sacrifice was still part of that
no, she was
conversation somehow still
bait.
happened.
She was bait. This
Well,
is all definitely a nightmare sequence.
I think they still decided that she was bait while she was sleeping too.
No,
Or she agrees to it.
because she wakes up and she doesn't decide to be bait until after they go to the hospital and Jason's clonked out.
Oh, I thought they were like, oh, no, 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 no. That part wasn't a dream. We actually decided that.
No, no, that whole thing is a nightmare sequence because
Well,
they
I know the
wake
rest
her
of it
up.
is.
Yeah, but they wake her up right on the couch and then they decide to use her as bait in the plan after Jason is knocked out.
Oh, so it didn't even matter if it was part of a nightmare. Like I said, they just decided to use her as bait anyway.
She decided to be used as bait.
Or
She
I
says it
was,
herself.
oh my gosh. I thought that she was saying that because she thought that part was still real.
No.
I don't know. Whatever. But basically, this part is a nightmare when they
Oh my
start going
gosh.
after her.
I like it.
Freddy does like the little lick thing at her, just very
Mhm.
sexually aggressive and gross. And then also like shifts into the dad, like
I
trying to make out with her. Why?
I okay.
I'm
I
crying.
love the him being her dad and saying give daddy a kiss and doing the tongue thing, like trying to give her a full-on tongue kiss.
No good. No good.
I think it is so funny that it literally had me laughing
Okay.
because Freddy doesn't really get a lot to do in this movie, but what he does do is absolutely gross. So I I enjoyed that part, especially because Lori is such a nothing character. So like if things are gonna happen to her and she just has to react to everything, I want like really weird and over the top shit to happen to her then in that case.
She does have
So
like a
it
lot
works for
of
me.
she does have a lot of like over the top shocked reactions, and it gets like more and more extreme as the movie goes on, where she just gets really wide-eyed and screams.
Yes. Because
Yeah.
that actress already has big eyes too. So them doing that is, it's a lot.
The group are able to wake her up. And everyone's pretty panicked because she also pulls Freddy's ear off his head and into the real world, which turns into maggots as she
Yeah, it's
drops them.
gross.
Oh, real gross. And and again, like this movie just having to just like talk at you, you know.
Uh-huh.
Kelly Rowland has this cl of the many clunkers that she has
Oh
of
my
lines in
gosh.
this movie. She goes,
So many bad ones.
two killers, we're not safe, sleep or awake. And
Yeah.
you're like, is that what? I don't spoil it, but I was like, is that a tagline for this movie? Because that's terrible. And like, it just almost like I waited for them to like all turn to the screen and just wink at me.
Yeah, and also we know that.
Yes,
Like we
again.
we know. So you don't have to say it.
Will also, wow, wow, guys, he just fucking, yeah, it just dawns on him. He puts two and two together, and he's like, wow, there's this drug Hypnosil that the doctors just made us take, but they didn't, they never tell us what it was for. I don't know. I mean, hypno, Hypnosil, hypno root word meaning sleep. I don't know. Maybe that's got something to do with it. And you're like, why are you all still just miles behind us figuring out
Yeah,
this plot?
like
It just like halts
come
sometimes,
on.
and we just have to slow down to keep with the pace of this movie that just like one of its antagonists just lumbers like
Yeah.
an idiot.
Yeah.
It's so bad. So they're like, all right, Hypnosil. They Google it, and Natalie is not even FDA approved.
It has not been this whole time. It was an experimental drug back in Nancy's day in part three.
Yeah.
So Hypnosil never made it through.
Yeah, if it takes 20 years and it's still, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Why are
they're
they still
like,
making it?
yeah, yeah, why if they're still yeah,
Are they like a bunch of pharmacists or scientists that are just making Hypnosil specifically for Springwood?
maybe like I just don't understand the business model with that
It's
because
illegally.
now, I mean, companies can make like not FDA approved, you know, all those like kind of herbal supplements and
Yeah.
bullshit commercials that you'll see
Hmm.
where they have to say all real fast like lots of diarrhea or death or all the
Yeah.
other side effects that they tell you. So like maybe just in like the Tri-City area of Springwood, Ohio, maybe they have some localized commercials just selling it. I don't know. But don't tell kids what it is. Maybe they just put it
Yeah.
in like the adult magazines and
Yeah,
tell
they
them,
put
I
it in
don't
the
know.
Reader's Digest so that the teenagers don't read it.
I like how I said adult magazine. He said Reader's Digest.
Not nudie magazines because teenagers are interested in those.
True, true,
Reader's
true.
Digest.
Do you think they're reading the articles and the ads
Well, I mean, they're gonna open it
like an adult would?
like an adult would.
So they're like, we need to go back to the psych hospital for answers. So they use that orderly's still activated key card and sneak inside. And they don't even explore, they only explore like two rooms. There's the
Yeah.
coma room, and there is like Bond villain, like supercomputer lab room.
Yeah, what is that room?
What are all those machines for? And like those like
It's
computer consoles, like what sort of like
yeah,
NASA shit are they operating in
like
there?
this is a mental health facility. What do they need that for?
What is going on? It's like all the bleeps and bloops, and they're just like, yeah, just make it put a bunch of computers in here. It's gonna be like high tech, whatever this is.
Yeah, and then all those kids in a coma from the hypnocil, they just chill there. They don't go to a regular hospital.
Ugh, yeah, we overdid it on the hypnosil. Sorry.
Whoopsie
Uh,
doozles.
yeah, these are the kids we realized we had to, we had to, oh my gosh, put like 20 kids in a coma before we realized like, maybe we should lower the dose.
Yeah,
Maybe
but so are those kids that are in a coma, are they dreaming?
no, because they've been given too much hypnosil, but I think now they just always get hypnosil and are just comatose.
Okay, that's
Uh,
interesting.
is it?
Well, I'm like at that point, if are you're still having to feed them hypnosil so that they don't dream because they're in a coma,
Mm.
maybe just let Freddy have Adam.
That's what I'd say. I'm like, you know what? Just all
Then at
right.
least you have an excuse. You're like, oh man, he got him. Ah,
Yeah, because I mean
wasn't
that's
us.
still, yeah, you still gotta like feed them
Mhm.
probably, and the energy it takes, to keep those machines going. I'd be like, just let Freddy have them. I don't think these kids are coming back, right? Like, isn't that the whole thing? It's like the longer you're in a coma, the less like your brain's there on the way back. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I'm not a
I was more
doctor.
so thinking so that they don't get in trouble for using non-FDA approved drugs. If someone discovered all those kids in a coma, I'm like, at least if they die of mysterious circumstances that have nothing to do with the medical care that they've gotten, then you're good.
See, these days it'd be no issue. I'm sure fucking RFK Jr. is probably just crushing and snorting
Oh,
Hypnocil.
he's snorting that Hypnosil. Absolutely. He's like, I
Yeah,
don't need dreams. I'm living
th
it.
this will solve your autism,
Yeah.
right? So, they're also not very good at sneaking into this hospital because the security guard like notices them like immediately. Um,
Yeah, it has like
but
a motion sensor.
I guess, Jason kind of helps them out in this regard, and just but because Jason beats him there, just kills that guard immediately
Yes.
off screen. Ugh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I do like the idea that Jason can be accidentally helpful when he just kills random people, but then like eventually he's gonna come to you next.
He kind of plays the role, maybe not so much, but like kind of like the T-Rex in Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Where, he's a lovable lug, and sometimes he's helpful. But again, bull in the china shop. You just let him loose, and you're like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
he might kill you, he might save you.
He might eat those velociraptors,
Yeah.
enemy of my enemy kind of situation.
Yep.
So, let's see. So they split up to go search the place. Stoner Bill hangs out behind and lights up a J. Um, and then this is where we get his dream sequence, and where you have this. I first of all, I hate this fucking music that's playing
Oh
during
my
this.
gosh, yes.
It's so just like corny, low rate, like bullshit filler guitar riff
Mhm.
track. It's so bad and like not fitting at all either. And like, what is this worm that Freddy
Is he supposed
is
to be like the worm, that like smoking worm from
from
Alice in
Alice in Wonderland?
Wonderland? Like inspired by that?
Yeah,
It
but
looks
like,
so
what?
shitty.
He looks so shitty. And like, why is he that small then? Right?
He
Wasn't that
doesn't
worm
he doesn't
caterpillar like
talk
pretty big?
either. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty small, but he's definitely larger than a regular caterpillar.
See, I'm thinking of, do you remember the Disney Channel Alice in Wonderland show?
Yes, that show was a trip.
It was a trip, but like that caterpillar was really big.
Oh yeah, no, the one in the cartoon also is ginormous.
Well, yeah,
He's like up to the ceiling.
yeah. So like Freddy's just like a tiny, well, like I can't imagine being more than like what, 2.5 feet long,
I
shorter,
wonder
just dragging
I
along the
wonder
ground.
if they didn't have the CGI bandwidth to make him like as big as the room. Like it's just easier to have him on the floor.
Yeah, they're just trust me, this will be just as scary.
Yeah, it like it is not scary at all. If there's one thing this movie is not, it's scary.
Yeah.
It's not scary.
So, and then I guess right outside the supercomputer lab is also the room with the comatose kids because they're all sitting up now, all pointing at him.
And that's where all the hypnosil is, and the rest of the group just missed that.
Yeah, everyone just walked past and it was all just right there, like in the
That's the
first
whole
room they were
point.
at. Yeah. So and again, like so Freddy is like trying to like possess him. And again, he just has to like, everything needs to be just said to us. You want me to pour all the Hypnosil out? This will
Yeah,
be bad. Don't
they
they
need
need this?
this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Freddy basically just like worms his way into his mouth, and then possesses him, which,
What a sentence.
yeah, he does.
He worms
Like a
his way
creep.
into his mouth.
Yeah. So starts pouring out all the bottles of Hypnosil. Linderman and the deputy find him first and try to stop him, but then this is when Jason gets in the way and then
Mm.
um, kills the shit out of the deputy. But enough time for him to be like, "Run, Linderman, run!"
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I like Jason being electrocuted.
the rest all manage to escape. They try to bring Stoner Bill with them, but Stoner Bill at this point is fully possessed by Freddy,
Yeah.
and then is carrying a couple vials of tranquilizer with him.
Smart.
Yeah. So he's able to bam get Jason enough trank to knock him out, but on his way down, slices Stoner Bill right in half, so he's dead. He's not coming back.
Oh yeah, he's real sliced.
Yeah. And then Natalie, I guess this is we get to round one of the fight. I guess we've all been clamoring for. We've all been waiting
Mm-hmm.
for. Now we've got Jason in Freddy's turf, the dream
Yep.
turf, right?
Mm-hmm. I do like that they give you both. Like you get a dream fight and a real world fight.
Definitely. I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on this? Like, were you just like, oh man, this is good by any means?
I think okay. What I like about this fight, the few things that I do like about it, I like the way Freddy approaches starting the fight. Like he's like, okay, in order to get this going and get Jason to my turf, I need to possess this fucking kid, get some tranquilizer, and knock this motherfucker out.
Feels
I
like a
like
video
that.
game.
Yes, like it's a very cool strategy to get Jason into his nightmare world. So I like how he brings Jason in, and I like there's one thing. Okay. So clearly, this is the first time that Freddy's really had like CGI power. So they give him a lot more like just flinging around with his, he's like nodding to like throw Jason against a wall or, flinging his arm, but he's not actually touching Jason all the time. Because they're in the dream world, Freddy could just have super strength and that could work fine. But there's one moment where Freddy does a thrust, like a pelvic thrust to throw Jason. And I was
Yeah.
like, yes, that's what I wanted. Like I wanted that. The rest of it, like the pinball machine thing, like I get what they were trying to do. It doesn't work for me. How about you?
And I guess that is where like that pinball kind of thing, like that's like the closest. It's funny because that's also kind of the closest to like something silly you'd see in one of the later Elm Street movies.
But it
Um,
has nothing to do with Jason specifically.
I will admit when Jason like turns into like his child form and he's just
Hmm.
crying and Freddy's just fucking just being a fucking dick to him
Oh yeah, I love
and
he's holding his
torturing him a
mom's
little
head.
bit. Yeah, I was like, this is pretty funny. I like this.
That
But
is funny, but the reason why Jason is like that because of the water is absolutely ridiculous and doesn't fit Jason's narrative at all.
It's really dumb. And
Yeah.
then when he like gets inside Jason's brain, I'm like,
Hmm.
uh, nah, dude, it's all just rotted maggot flesh in there. I don't, he doesn't think. I don't know. What the fuck?
Yeah, and that CGI path that they take to like show the neurons like firing and like all of that. I'm like,
Awful.
this looks so bad. Like we didn't need that. You could have just right into his brain, like just give him a little stab and then snap into the story time.
Oh my gosh. And then like the floating like sea of souls, like he's fucking
Hmm.
Shang Tsung or something. Like,
And they
and
get they add a little titty in there, little extra titty.
of
Yeah.
course. Was that supposed to be Gib?
No, that was the girl. Wasn't that the girl from the beginning?
Might have been.
That was like the dream one?
No, they're like, hey, you get two scenes in this movie.
Yeah. Both with your
Topless
titties
for both.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the awake world, the remaining kids who we've got like
Oh my
what?
gosh.
The four of them, we've got Kia, Linderman, Lori, and Will. They're like,
Uh-huh.
okay, we need to drive 9 hours to Jersey. We're gonna put Jason in the back and just
They tied him up.
tied him up, put
Who
him in the
lifted
back.
him?
Yeah, who got him back there? And then just they're just continuously just putting tranquilizers in him to
I
keep him
love
down.
that.
That is pretty
I
funny.
I also do the one thing that I like that they did kind of force feed to us as an audience that worked for me was when they zoom in on the tranquilizer and it says dilute 1000 to 1 to show how powerful this tranquilizer is so that you know that they're just straight up just undiluted just jabbing this into Jason just to keep him asleep for what a, a sleep one sleep cycle.
Did they dilute it when they like put it in Lori?
God, I hope so.
I think they did. So that's where like, oh fuck, uh-oh, this is gonna be way longer than 15 minutes.
Whoops.
Um, so I guess they want to get Jason to his old stomping grounds.
Mhm.
And
Home field
then
advantage.
still they were like, whether it was in her nightmare or not, someone agreed. And whereas Lori got this idea. She was like, that nightmare was terrible, but the one thing I am going to remember from that is I do think it's a good idea for me to be the bait. I'm going to go in and do this. I feel somehow just personally responsible. And then also, it's your friend's car. You drive. So I'm going to go ahead and do
Yeah,
this.
I I do feel like anyone could have done what Lori's doing. Maybe Will should step up.
But if Lori's like really wanting to do it, I'd be like, hey, you got this.
That's
You
true.
go ahead. I'll just get in your way.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
If someone's going to be the first to volunteer, I certainly will.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, she's gonna bring Freddy Krueger back, just like, she's got the ear, and so she was like, I'll just bring the rest back. Maybe he'll just turn into maggots, like his ear, but
It's just such a bold assumption. Like this motherfucker has been killing kids and teenagers and adults for decades. And you really think you're just gonna wrap your arms around him and he's not gonna stab the shit out of you?
I guess so. I don't know. It's
That's a
it's
bold move.
I thought it was a fucking bold leap early, like even just how quickly and just how dumb this movie is. But like when the deputy was even explaining like Jason's backstory, and Will just out of the blue says, well, then clearly Freddy must be too weak and is using Jason to,
Yeah.
like, I'm like, you, like, okay, like, we all know what was going on, right? But, like, you had to put a lot of
Yeah,
missing
you're
pieces
putting
together based off nothing to come right to the conclusion, right at the bullseye here. So
yeah, and that's super annoying too because you're already annoyed watching it that they keep feeding you the same fucking information over and over again, but then he just figures it out instantly when he couldn't figure out for years what Hypnosil does.
I needed some, like, Randy character. Like, I needed Linderman to, like, know his stuff about,
Yeah.
like,
Maybe he knows about
some of the
local
lore.
legend killers or something.
Yeah, so like I get it, he can't know about Freddy, right? But
Yeah.
or kill Linderman and keep Mark around for a minute longer. I don't know, to be
Hmm.
able to just continue to explain this to us. Um,
Yeah.
instead of just like I just felt like the exposition is just like a relay race, you know? It's like Mark,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden the deputies got to go and do this, and then all of a sudden Mark Willow's just going to explain it all, the rest of it, and get us the rest of the
Yeah.
way. Um, so either way, hey, fine by us, Lori, you go for it. Uh, Tranker, they put her to sleep. They're like, hey, 15
Hmm.
minutes, get me back up. Um, and she conveniently, and I guess I don't know how the dream science all works, but she is able to go direct, I guess just by laying down next to Jason, she's able to go into Jason's
I
nightmare.
I was wondering that too. I'm like, wait, if she just lays next to him while she's sleeping and Freddy is part of the equation, then that just connects your nightmares, or are we assuming that Freddy sees that she's falling asleep and is like, let's just link these two together. Get them both at once.
You wouldn't think so because like she is just getting in the way of like Freddy's got one focus right now. He doesn't give a fuck about them right now. He just wants to
That's
put
true.
Jason down.
Yeah.
Um, and then maybe I don't know. Should have tried killing Jason to begin with, and maybe that would give him
Hmm.
power. I don't know. But Freddy's running around, at Crystal Lake inside Jason's dream when Jason's a child, just running around, just humping dead women,
Oh my
counselors.
God. So
Oh,
it's the other thing where I'm like, why? Why is this in here? It's so dumb. But I do like his like this bitch is dead on her feet joke is pretty fun.
okay. Yeah, I guess he could have been a little grosser. I'm sure with some things, but oof. And I do think it's pretty fun just him just dunking Jason in the lake, just drowning him.
Yeah.
So, obviously, so back in the van, you see like, Jason's coughing up water in real
Oh,
life. So then
this is so
everyone's
funny.
like, clearly, oh, we got to give him mouth to mouth. We got to give
Hmm.
him a kiss of life, right? From
Gross.
Magic.
Yeah. Give him the kiss of life.
I like how Linderman's like, I can't, I've got asthma. You got to do it. And then
Bro,
Kia, and then Kia's just like, I don't want to do this. And just will, just like fucking,
he has
like,
asthma,
like,
Kia.
like a dad yelling at his children while driving, turns and says, he said he has asthma, Kia. Kia, he said he has asthma. Now do
Which
it.
like he says, I don't have the lung power. That is so stupid. I know so many people that have asthma that have the lung power to do so many things, let alone it fucking give the
Yeah.
kiss of life. You know, like Linderman. Come on.
So, but
It couldn't
before,
be me. I wouldn't do it.
I think this is the first time we see like some of Freddy's, or sorry, Jason's like mouth, like, but
Ugh.
not as a child, his like adult mouth.
Yeah, like his mouth has rotted off. Like it's like his teeth are all like, ugh,
Yeah.
like exposed.
That's terrible. Oh no, we've seen him unmasked before. It's gross. But so even before she's able to put her mouth, he comes right back awake. Which is terrible. This, I would say,
Ugh.
the even more terrible thing than having to put your mouth on him.
Ugh.
And basically, the car flips, starts crashing and rolling. Luckily, starts continuing to hurl towards Crystal Lake, so that's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I feel like it
then,
was a missed opportunity to not have them all be knocked out and them be in Freddy's dream world and then they can wake up and then be at Crystal Lake. I don't know. I was like, that could have been fun.
something like that, sure. Um, they all come to, Laurie's still asleep, and Jason's gone, sneaks out again. Just
Yeah.
scurries
Oh,
off.
now he knows where he is.
Oh, yeah. So meanwhile, in the dream world, right, still in Jason's dream, and Jason's not even there anymore.
Yeah.
So if Jason's awake, I don't know how they're still there, but I guess maybe
Oh,
I guess they can't be there for too much longer. I don't know, because like Freddy's like
yeah.
super fucking pissed with Lori being like, "What the fuck? I was trying to kill
I
him.
love
You
it.
got in the way. Now I'm gonna fucking send you. Welcome to my nightmare."
Hmm.
Sends her back to her house on Elm Street, and then
In
this
a
is all,
nightgown.
yeah, this is all dumb. I don't like
Yeah.
any of this because this is also when it's revealed like shocker, Freddy killed
Hmm.
the mom, but why?
And why was the dad standing over her with a knife? Did he
Yeah,
like put her down? Like he was like, "Oh, this is looking real bad. I'm just gonna have to put her out of her misery."
something maybe. It doesn't explain any of it. It makes no effort to do that.
Yeah. For all the over-explaining that this movie does.
Freddy, of course, is still being super rapey. Um, if you had to, if just any questions still,
Wait, what does he do? What does he do here at this point? That's rapey.
because he like climbs on top of Lori and does the,
Hmm.
like, don't worry, darling, the first time's always a little messy.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Why'd you have to make me repeat it?
Yeah, with the finger claws going up the leg. Yeah.
No, thank you.
That is
Um,
not that is not a feeling I like to imagine.
so,
Mm-mm-mm.
so they're at a cabin in Crystal Lake, trying to get Lori to wake back up, but they get interrupted by Jason, who's just like, "Hey, get out of here! This is my cabin," and just starts fucking throwing people around.
Love it.
Yeah,
He's like, why the fuck did y'all come here? I came to you. I walked for days.
yeah. So Lori manages to wake up in the nick of time.
Oh my God, she
Also,
wakes up because her hand is on fire because her stupid boyfriend is dragging her around and gets her hand in the fire. I would be fucking furious.
whoops.
I'd be starting a fight in the middle of all this chaos.
So she brings Freddy into the real world with her because he was like climbing on top of her. And
Oh, he's so thrown off.
yeah, and this is where you get round two.
Round two is better than round one,
If it
I
weren't for
think.
like the new metal soundtrack,
Yeah, the new metal is rough. I agree.
it's
It just
pretty,
it makes it less scary.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I love about this fight though?
Hmm.
I absolutely love. Well, one, Jason looks massive. So I looked up Robert Englund's height as well, and he's 5'10". So you got 5'10" versus 6'5", which Jason feels very intimidating. But Jason gets to do his favorite thing, which is smash people through windows. He smashes Freddy through so many windows, just like swiping him through all the windows. I absolutely love that. And the reason why I love it is because I know Jason is having a good time. Like, he was like, "You little fucker, I'm gonna smash you through so many windows for pretending to be my mom." What the fuck?
100%. This is all I know. This is all I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
This, of course, gives the rest of them all time to escape. You have them kind of split up where Will and Lori all run one way, and then you have Linderman and Kia, but Linderman
Oh,
dies.
Linderman got, yeah, because he like ran into a wall sconce. I don't even know what that shit is that he
Yeah,
ran
Jason
into.
like throws it at him, and it looks pretty like dull, and still like goes like
Yeah, like,
into
but you see the
him.
blood,
Yeah.
and it apparently was a death stab, which I don't want people to be accidentally killed in a slasher, not only a slasher, but a slasher that has two of like the biggest slasher killers, and this guy dies of blood loss.
Yeah, like they try to like almost treat this like, they have this last moment with him and Kelly Rowland, and he's, just like, yeah, go get help. I'll be okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Lets her run off, and he just kind of like smiles and then just kind of bleeds out and dies. And you're like,
Uh,
I don't, I don't need this.
yeah,
I need him
this
to get
isn't what I want.
decapitated, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't want him to have like some weird not hero death.
Yeah. So again, I don't need this like faux,
No,
emotional bullshit.
stupid.
So like I said, Jason's just smashing windows with Freddy's head left and right and just throws him out a window. Freddy kind of rolls and brushes it off and somehow ends up around, cutting off Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
who was trying to catch up with Will and Laurie, and maybe
Oh
made
no,
it
she
so
like
close.
sacrifices herself. She's like calls him out.
Well, yeah, because Freddy is in the middle, and then she lures him.
Hmm.
Um, and then, probably in a movie with a lot of lows, this could be the lowest. Um, Obviously, Freddy, he does the "How sweet dark meat" line.
I love it.
It's you've seen that clip with Kumail Nanjiani?
Yes.
Yeah,
It I think that it actually okay.
it's pretty funny if y'all haven't seen it. He jokes
If you
about Freddy
haven't
vs.
seen it,
Jason.
you should, yeah, you should look into it. I actually think that that little comedy bit is such a perfect example of what I love about Freddy. He is a bad guy. He is a villain. He is a piece of shit. He is probably into children, likes
Definitely into
murdering
children.
children, likes murdering people in general, makes puns about death. He goes after your fears and hopes and dreams in order to kill you. So, him making a racist remark is not surprising or shocking at all. Like, I think that's one of the things that I like about this movie is that Freddy is just a real piece of shit. And it's it makes sense. Like that's who he is. He's a fucking asshole. And I think it's a funny thing that people are like when come on. He's done a lot. He's done a lot.
Kelly Rowland comes right back,
She
and
one-ups him.
oh man, with a hard slur, just out the gate, and it's so. Oh, and I'm sorry, Kelly
Didn't
Rowland
age
just
well.
is not a good actress because like trying to
No.
sell like someone needed to work with that and do a few more takes of like her trying to like make fun of Freddy and the finger
Yeah.
knives compensating for like the little dick,
Hmm.
and she says, and Jason's got this big and this big, and you're like, I like it's almost like she
Forgot the
like
lines.
is trying to like remember her lines as she goes, or someone
Yeah.
just didn't have it written and they were just like,
Yeah. Improv.
just yeah, improv. We're only gonna do one take.
Yeah.
And that's like the vibe I got from that whole thing.
I
But I
agree.
I did like the shitty little looks on Freddy's face where he's like,
Yes,
oh,
I
oh.
he the way that Robert Englund is reacting to it is so good. So I wish her trash talk was stronger and better because he's really hamming it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course she turns around, Jason's right there. Jason kills her. Goodbye. Yeah. Our last kill of the movie.
Yeah, she lasted way too long for what a nothing character she is, but they were like, we've got Kelly Rowland, so we got to use her.
Yeah. Um, Lori and Will escape to a boat on the side of the lake. Lori is like, "No way, buddy. I'm sticking around. I'm I'm gonna watch this. Round three
Yeah.
starting, and I just need to make sure Freddy's dead.
Yeah.
Jason, I got no qualms with.
Yeah, she's like he's just collateral damage really.
Yeah, hey, you can't help it. He can't help it.
Yeah.
Freddy
She
feels like he
actually
has a
feels kind of
will.
bad. She feels kind of bad for Jason, but it was funny when she's in his dream and little kid Jason is drowning and she's like, grab my hand. And then she sees his face. And she's like, ugh, gross. You do deserve to drown.
I know, right? Just like, ooh, never mind.
Ew.
So,
Yucky.
um, So round three, here we go. This feels even more cartoonish because right, because you have
Yeah.
like this like why do you have this supply of torpedoes? What is that about?
Why are they doing so much construction at Camp Crystal Lake?
Yeah.
Wait, what's going on? Are they going to
First thing,
reopen?
first thing they're like, let's replace. We got to replace all these windows. And Jason's like, the fuck you will,
You go ahead, replace them.
all of them,
I'm gonna find bodies to throw through them left and
100%.
right. So we'll be,
Uh,
I'm gonna have a Hot boy summer.
Yeah. So, they continue going at it. Uh, and again, like I do appreciate Freddy still being crafty. And again, he's like, hey, well, fuck, there's some torpedoes. Okay, let's throw a torpedo pun. All
Yeah.
right. I'm just gonna make it work. I like that again, even in the real world, he's
Yeah.
like, no, I can be crafty. That's my thing.
Yeah. I'm resourceful,
Crafty
I'm
in the
crafty.
sense where I am resourceful, and crafty in the sense where I scrapbook, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they continue fighting. They make it to the dock, on the lake. It's looking like it's pretty evenly matched. Like they're literally even like entangled in one another at one
Yeah.
point where you're just like, oh, this is like, is this supposed to be some sort of like tragic love story situation? I'm like really like hoping maybe we'd get some of those vibes. Like I say, just go for it. Have them kiss,
Have them kiss.
you know?
I don't know about that.
I like that. So Lori's like, hey, let's hurry this along and let's light this dock on fire. Um, let's pour some gasoline over. God, and Lori's just like angry at this point, like just watching her just
Oh,
in
she's
slow motion,
raging.
just run like to like light
Yeah.
this thing on fire, like carrying like three or carrying like two like wooden
She's
sticks
got
on
like
fire.
torches. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Catches some leaky gas. Shit blows up. Get a big explosion, launches them all on the water.
Mhm.
Um, and then Lori and Will, seemingly our two survivors, swim to what's left of the dock for safety. Um, and then I don't know if it's weird for me to notice this, but I just like something. What caught me off guard is when they like climb out of the water into safety. I just see that lower back tattoo she
Oh
has.
my God, it's so
I'm
distracting.
like, where'd that come from?
It's so distracting, especially because she's supposed to be a high schooler.
Yeah.
So the chances of her having that tattoo, and she's like supposed to be your good girl. So not that good girls can't have lower back tattoos, but like it's not fitting the archetype. So yeah, they could have covered it. They should have put some cover up on it.
Or because I was like, is that Monica Keena's tattoo?
I think it's just her tattoo. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think
Uh,
it's part of Laurie's character, and they were just too lazy to cover it and didn't realize how distracting it would be. Because it every time I watch this, I I notice that thing.
yeah. Like it's not distracting. She can have it. It's fine. I
Yeah.
just always notice.
Oh, I it absolutely distracts me. It pulls me out of the movie, honestly. So I'm glad you brought it up because I was gonna bring it up.
You're like, you need to explain this. Hold
Yeah. Whoa, whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa, whoa. When did we have time for a tattoo? That was
Freddie's
her
like,
break.
whoa.
That was her breakup tattoo.
Yeah, it
Oh,
might have been when she was
yeah.
14.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
100%.
dad took her.
Yeah. Um, they embrace. But then Freddy emerges. He's still alive.
Of course.
And he's got maybe like one arm chopped off, I forget, but he's got
His claw hand is chopped off.
right. Oh, and then he also chops off Jason's fingers with his own machete,
Oh yeah, that's fun.
which you're gonna remember that he's gonna need some fingers in a minute.
Hmm.
Um Freddy thinks he's got them cornered. He's like, well, I'm gonna kill you now that I'm here, because he also blew up the dock. We were fighting here. We were already in the middle of this. What
Yeah.
the fuck? Why you gotta keep getting in the way?
Yeah.
And is about to kill them, and then like bam, just how he was trying to use their weapons against each other. I guess they just had to do the switcheroo. And
Hmm.
does Jason put on the glove?
No,
That's
he uses Freddy's arm with the glove on and stabs his whole Freddy's
oh,
whole arm through him.
I was thinking he would put on the glove because why else would they show him like getting his own fingers cut off? And
Oh,
then he's like,
yeah, that makes
oh,
sense.
yeah. But no, but you're right though.
I think they do
Um,
that so that he can't like properly hold his machete.
yeah. So Freddy drops to his knees. He's basically down for the count. Laurie's got a thirst for blood,
At this point, she's just unhinged.
grabs the machete and goes, welcome to my world, bitch. Just fucking decapitates him. Jason's like, Hell yeah, good for us.
He just falls into the lake.
Look at us,
This is where I belong.
a couple final girls. We did it. Yeah, Jason just kind of succumbs to his wounds and just kind of falls in the lake.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, Lori and Will escape for good.
Ugh, what a terrible final couple.
Yeah, do you think I think they are worse. Speaking of Ronnie Yu movies, I think they're worse than Katherine Heigl and that guy in Bride of Chucky.
100%. Because
And people hate them.
at least they have conflict throughout the movie. So it's like there's something interesting going on. These two are just like mushy, and we know nothing about their backstory except for they were only like 14 when they were dating. I'm like, maybe make that time frame less so that it's a little bit more convincing.
Yeah, 100%. Um, but yeah, we don't have to see them anymore. They take off, and then sometime later, Jason emerges from the lake, and you're like,
Love it.
"Whoa, Jason won!" And he's
Yep.
holding Freddy's fucking head.
Wow. Yeah.
But
But
you can't get Freddy down. He winks. He's like, "I'm not dead yet.
it's like,
I just don't got my body.
yeah, I'll
I'll
get it
find
back.
it." It'll grow out.
Yeah.
So he'll have like tiny little baby arms and baby legs that sprout out of
Like
his neck.
he's like Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Way weirder than Groot. I'm thinking like MODOK with the giant head and the little arms and
Oh
legs.
yeah,
And
that
he would
could be,
just
yeah.
scurry about, but like since his head's so big, he'd like kind of fall over. So he needs like
Could be in a little
wheels
tank.
attached to each side so he can kind of roll around. I don't
Yeah.
know. I like that idea.
Do you
But
think his new body would grow back burnt?
yeah,
Right? Like
I don't
scarred
know.
still?
No, yeah, probably. Or
He's
he's like,
different.
oh, and then maybe he just has to burn himself afterwards. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's like a Krang situation, just put his I like that idea. Like basically Krang is just like
That's
Jason,
what
but
I
with
was thinking, like
Freddy in his
Krang.
belly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that'd be pretty fun. Just ordering him around.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it could work because Jason he doesn't even all that in his torso. He's not
Yeah.
eating.
Cue the new metal.
Ugh.
We're done.
I would
And
have
that,
loved I would have loved a credit song that was a combination of their two songs,
yeah,
their two scores.
that's our movie, Natalie. That is the last performance of Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger
Oof,
on screen. Freddy vs.
man.
Jason.
Oh, we didn't talk about the Demon Freddy makeup from Laurie's
Oh,
dream when
right.
she's at Camp Crystal Lake. I really like that makeup. Robert Englund said that's his favorite makeup too.
Yeah, it was
He
fine.
fucking loves this movie.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the
The,
pointy ears.
yeah, me too. I like it.
I think that's the scariest like thing of the movie is how Freddy is in the Demon Freddy makeup. But again, the lighting and the music and everything about this is just not scary enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's our movie.
Hmm.
Natalie, what are the taglines for this movie?
Great news. There's nine.
Oh, Jesus. All right, rapid fire. Let's go.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna try to say them in a specific order. Are you ready for these?
Yeah.
When the son of 100 maniacs battles an unstoppable killing machine, none will survive.
S- Too, yeah, I mean,
It's
yeah,
so long.
too much. I get it. I know who they're referring to,
Yeah.
but you're good.
I'm reading the long ones first. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. 3, 4, Jason's at your door. I like that one.
One, two, Freddy's coming for you. 4. Jason Voor. He's back. Freddy vs. Jason. All right, keep going.
So dumb. Okay. Okay, this one, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna I'm gonna try my best with this one. The slicer, the dicer, and this time they're not any nicer.
Okay, that's
You
good.
can see me doing the little quotations because they're on the tagline. So slicer, dicer, and nicer all have little quotations around them. You like that one?
Yeah, it's dumb. Dumb as hell.
The slicer, the dicer, and this time they're not any
If
nicer.
you make it rhyme,
Rhyme helps. It does.
yeah. And I mean, the last one rhymed too, but I like
Yeah.
my dumber version.
Okay. A Nightmare on Elm Street meets Friday the 13th.
Oh, you know what? I like that one too. It's just very like I could imagine just
This is
that
what the movie
in,
is.
in just 11 point Times New Roman,
Yeah.
with a period at the end. Yep,
Yep.
that's what it is.
Freddy versus Jason. Place your bets.
Okay, yeah, I've heard that's what I've heard is place your bets.
Hmm. Even a killer has something to feel. Freddy,
Oh,
Freddy
yeah,
does.
love.
Oh, I went the other direction.
Oh,
Was fucking shocker. It's like something to feel up.
so even a killer has something to fear.
Yeah,
You're just getting too much
I'm
enjoyment out of
losing
this.
it.
I
I'm
love
losing
it.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last two. A fright to the death. I should have saved that one for last.
Okay.
A fright to the death? That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
first time I read it as a fight to the death in my head, so it was an exciting surprise when I realized I read it wrong.
Yeah. Fright to the Death is actually pretty good.
And then the last one, evil will battle evil.
Dumb.
I think I like a fright to the death the best.
Yeah, that is the best one.
Yeah.
Okay. Natalie,
We'll call it.
what are the categories? How
All
are we doing
right.
this?
I hope you're ready. I hope you prepared.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first, your favorite Freddy quote.
It is like I mentioned, the one thing I liked about round one is him just fucking with Jason. And when he goes, "How sweet, you ugly little shit."
Yeah.
Now that's a face only a mother could love. Because he knows the story, right? And then
Yeah.
also, like, I just like him just calling a child an ugly little shit. So
Yeah,
that's my
I think
favorite.
that's a pretty good one. That was one of my possibilities, but I decided to go with a quote not quote being Freddy's back on like
A
burnt
back.
into a back. I think
Okay.
I could because okay, the first million times, I don't know how many times I've seen this movie, too many times to count because I keep thinking maybe it's not as bad as I remember and then it is. I never noticed that. Me of all people missed it. Didn't
But it's
realize that it's on his back.
it's such a lazy
I know. That's the thing.
fun.
It's so lazy. I this time I was laughing so hard because I had
I
never
don't even know if it's
realized
intentional.
it absolutely is intentional. Are you kidding?
Maybe. No.
Kyle, it is absolutely intentional. If that's not intentional, then this movie is dumber than I could have ever imagined.
Now it's probably my favorite dream sequence.
What's his name? Mark's death?
Yeah. And then with the Titus brothers, bathtub theatrics.
Okay, that one's your favorite nightmare sequence?
Yeah. Like I thought it was kind of mean. I liked that.
All right.
Because I don't know, there weren't a whole lot of other good nightmare sequences. Unless I can just say, like, you know, all of the, you know, flashbacks in the very beginning of all of Freddy's greatest hits.
I don't think that that is a nightmare sequence. That's a recap.
Yeah, okay, well, fine.
Yeah. So rules are rules. Okay, so that's your favorite nightmare sequence. Okay, my favorite nightmare sequence is when they're talking about sacrificing Lori. I because that was the one thing that threw me off guard when I like first watched this movie was not realizing that that was the beginning. Like I knew she was going to fall asleep at some point because she's just sitting on the couch off to the side like a big weirdo. And
Yeah, she's just like weird, just kind of like zoning out. Like the one kid that's just like high at the party that's just like really like trying to keep it all
yeah,
together over on the side. Like it's
yes.
just she just was not conveying what maybe I think she was intending to convey at
No.
any given moment when she wasn't just like talking. And I don't know, I guess maybe part of her nightmare is she's worried that Kelly Rowland's gonna have sex with her boyfriend or something.
Yeah, and I loved that. I was like, why would he fuck why would he fuck you when he could be fucking me? And they're just like at the table. I thought that was hilarious. And then of course I love Daddy Freddy asking for a kiss. I wrote that down. I was like, oh, Daddy Freddy.
That's too much.
So that's my favorite nightmare sequence. Okay.
See, here I was thinking like watching that like that how sweet dark meat line, and I'm like, if Robert Englund said that to Natalie, she'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, oh, you want taste?
Yeah, right. Oh. So
Okay, so now what's your favorite Freddy kill? And also, how many kills does Freddy have in this movie?
I think he just kills Mark.
Is it just Mark?
Yeah.
That's depressing as hell.
Who else does he kill?
I can't think of anybody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so is I guess by default we both have to choose Mark, but like I want to say no. Like that's not my that's I don't like it.
Yeah, that's why like let me use like Glenn in the flashback.
No. No, that's not how this works.
Fine. I guess it's Mark.
Okay, fine. Mark wins.
Or you know what? Can I say it's cutting that girl's eyes out, the little girl's eyes out in the beginning? That's still a flashback, but she shows up in a nightmare later.
mm, I
Because
don't
otherwise it's
know.
just Mark. So we got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a
Well,
favorite Jason kill?
I do have a favorite Jason kill. So at first it was just him up in flames killing all those kids at the party, but then you made a good point about him just kind of slicing and dicing. So I think that's more just one of the things that I like about this movie. So I'm gonna go with Jason getting electrocuted and then grabbing onto the rookie cop and electrocuting him to death. I
Yeah.
thought that was fun
I'm
and
probably
dumb.
still gonna stick with Trey in the beginning, that first kill with the bed. I think that's the most memorable one.
Yeah, that is a fun one. But I like the absurdity of the electrocution.
Yeah. I like when, you're just like, oh yeah, sure, electricity, sure, it can work that way. Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think you're right that Trey's kill is the best and it does feel the most on brand for Jason
Yeah.
for sure. Like he loves killing teenagers either during or after sex.
Yeah.
So that like that's a real win for him. Okay. Boo score. Who wants to go first?
I'm happy to go first. I don't think this is a good movie. I don't
No.
like watching this movie very much, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. It is both the worst Nightmare movie, it is the worst Friday the 13th movie. Um, Maybe not the worst Friday the 13th. Jason Goes to Hell is really, really bad.
It's been so
Uh,
long since I've seen it. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it.
yeah, so I'll think on that one. Um, yeah, I think it's even worse than A New Beginning when it's not even Jason. Because at least like there's like a couple like silly fun characters.
Yes, okay, I agree with you on that movie wise, but I do like Jason like having like I feel like Jason has so much fun stuff to do in this movie. I feel like it's more
Uh
Jason's movie than it is Freddy's movie.
Yeah, well, it's too late. We already decided this is a Freddy movie.
I know.
So I don't like any of the characters.
Yeah, no.
Even like as much as like everyone says like I get it, like all the Nightmare kids and all of the Friday the 13th kids are like always like one note, but like usually they're like kind of a fun note. Like some because they'll
It's,
it's
they're
not
charming
just
or quirky.
yeah, they'll have some sort of like weird, yeah, quirk to them
Mm-hmm.
that and just like talk in ways that like people don't talk. And
Yeah.
it's
Like they're not forgettable, even if they're not special. I don't know.
yeah. And I'm sorry, Lori is as much as I love Monica Keena here,
Yeah.
not here, but in other respects, um, I think she is the worst final girl out of any of these movies. I don't think it's a particularly fun movie by any means. I don't think the kills are really any good. I don't think this is certainly nowhere close to the best Freddy's ever been, or Jason. Um, and yeah, it's very much a snapshot of a little bit of, we were in high school in 2003 at this age,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, um, it brings me back to that era in a way like I really don't like revisiting.
Yeah, I agree. Like none of
Eh,
the good nostalgia's there.
Yeah. Like, not that there was a whole lot of good nostalgia,
No,
right?
certainly not.
But yeah, just no thanks. No thanks. I am going to give this movie one boo.
That's where I thought you would land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a play on the a tagline for Alien versus Predator. Whoever wins, we lose. We all lose. Right? Isn't that a
Uh,
tagline for that one?
Is it?
I think so. It's like whoever
Oh,
wins, we lose,
I'll have to look into that.
which is a better tagline than
Hmm.
most any of those. How about you?
Okay. I agree. I don't think this is a good movie. And you already shared your ranking. You said that you thought this was the worst one. We'll go over the rankings after. I also agree. I think this is the worst Nightmare on Elm Street movie. It's mainly the over explaining of the plot. Like we're too dumb to understand it, but then also maybe just have less plot. Freddy is doing way too much storytelling when he could just be doing his thing. We don't really need to know his exact motives outside of him just resurrecting Jason to get his power back, and he spells that out very clearly to us. So, and it's not just that. It's all through the movie. Everything is just a lot of exposition dumping, and it's like exhausting. Lori and Will, terrible final couple. All the characters in this movie aren't likable or lovable. I mean, maybe you feel bad. What's her name? Gib?
Yeah.
Like, maybe you feel bad for her, but she's barely even in this movie. I, like I said, I do enjoy Jason in this movie. I think he is doing some fun stuff. And I really do enjoy that party in the cornfield. Especially Jason up in flames and just that shot that there's one shot, like my favorite shot of this movie is that overhead shot of Jason on fire walking through the cornfield. And there's just that long, he's just the corn is all on fire behind him, just that long line of fire. I really, really like that shot. So it stands out in my head. But something we didn't talk about that stands out to me in this movie, and I think this is a very Natalie specific critique because I like gratuitous nudity. This movie has a little bit of that. You
Some
get
gratuity.
some gratuity. You get some boobs in the beginning of this movie, and I appreciate that. I like it. I think it's fitting. It makes sense because it's a Friday the 13th movie halfway. So it doesn't bother me. What does bother me is Lori in that top that she is wearing. That is exploitative. She's wearing that tight ass top. It's not even low cut, but this actress, she's got large breasts. And they have her bounce around and zoom in on those things as much as they can. That to me is more disrespectful than just straight up nudity because it has nothing to do with what she's doing. Like her breasts have nothing to do with what she's doing, yet we find like the perfect way to just, I don't know, they just feel like they're being showcased in many different shots. And it never bothered me in previous, watches of this movie because I'm like, if you're busty, you're busty. Like, you're allowed to wear a tight top. But the way that it's presented, I think in this movie is it kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
So they get some points off for that. But I also enjoy the level of creepiness of Freddy, like I shared earlier. So I'm going to go a little bit higher on my boo score than you. I'm going to go 1.5.
Okay.
1.5 boos. But yeah, I would leave this in a hotel room, but I would definitely check to see if something else was on.
I mean, it's still ultimately a Freddy and Jason movie, so
It's a popcorn in the background, maybe movie.
yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
But really testing it though, like really
Oh,
testing my love for those characters.
absolutely. They're really pushing it.
Ugh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I
So,
mean, ranking wise, I mean, I it's right it's at the bottom, definitely.
yeah.
And a really big gap between Freddy's Revenge and this one. Or maybe I think I put
You put
Freddy's
Freddy's
Dead.
Revenge last.
Oh,
Or
did
Freddy's
I?
Dead, sorry. Sorry.
Okay,
Fred,
yeah.
yeah.
And I think there's a big gap between Freddy's Dead and this
Oh,
one.
100%.
Yeah.
I
So,
agree. So,
yeah.
your final ranking then is 1, 4, New Nightmare, 3, 5, 2, 6. As I have it written. Oh, and then Freddy versus Jason.
And then Freddy vs. Jason.
Yes.
Okay.
I wrote it down once and didn't write it on both of our rankings.
There you go. And then yours?
Mine is 1, 4, New Nightmare, 3, 5. So all the same up to this point. Then 6, 2, Freddy vs. Jason.
Okay. So yeah, just 6 and 2. I like
Yeah.
Freddy's Revenge better than Freddy's Dead, and you like Freddy's Dead better than Freddy's Revenge.
Yeah.
I just really like kissing Freddy as an option.
Yeah,
So that
you
that
really
really
got
carries a
into
lot of
that.
weight for me.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
I am sad that this is the last movie of this franchise because it's such a dud, but there's been a lot of recent talk of just so many people wanting to reboot or remake or add a sequel or something to A Nightmare on Elm Street as a franchise. Like a lot of horror directors saying that they would love to do, their own version or interpretation of it. And at this point, I just don't know that I need it.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I need it. Like I'm happy with what we got.
That's not going to stop
It's not going to stop
anybody.
them. And honestly, fucking take that challenge. See, like that remake was so bad, so I feel like it would have to be better. It would absolutely have to be better than that remake. Like there's no chance it could be worse. I mean,
Mm,
I guess there is a chance. There is a chance it could be worse. There are worse movies out there. But that
not
remake is a
many.
perfect example of we're already going to go into it with internal biases of how much we love Robert Englund. Like, come on. What a perfect performance and perfect characterization of Freddy he's done. So it's just hard to beat that.
A perfect pervert, as it
A
were.
perfect pervert. Yes.
If there could be one, it's probably Robert Englund as Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger.
If
I
I
don't
if
know.
I ever see him at a horror convention, I'm just gonna yell out, "Flick that tongue, Robert!" See if he does it.
Ah, la, la. Oh no. Well,
Yeah,
uh 9, 10, I guess we can sleep again
for now.
for now because we're wrapped up.
Mhm.
That's all I got, Natalie. Um, hmm. Yeah, just keep an eye out on your friends, like at parties, so they don't
Mhm.
walk off in a cornfield. Take care of your friends.
Absolutely.
Come
And if
on.
you have extra time on your hands, watch Freddy's Nightmares on
Yeah.
Tubi.
And I was thinking, hey, maybe that's something I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll watch
We're
them
gonna
anyway,
I think
but
we're gonna watch it anyway, and then maybe we'll go from there. We'll make some decisions.
we'll see.
I don't hear
I
enough about Freddy's Nightmares.
And I don't want this to be the end of Robert Englund on this show. So we're gonna figure
No.
out, more movies to get him in, or to, more movies that he's in to get in, rather.
There there's a few that I've considered that we could do, but I figured we'll space it out a little bit from this franchise series so that we get little sprinkles of Robert Englund.
Yeah, enough of that. All right. Take care, everybody. We've been talking. It's so funny. Like, this is the one that we like the least, but we've clearly been talking about the most or the longest.
Really?
Yeah, we've been
Oh,
going for a
how
while.
sad. How sad. Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to open up the audio and be like, oh fuck, we were talking for how long about this goddamn movie? Oh my
This
gosh.
fucking
It's because
movie?
there's just too much plot. Like I said, like, why
Yeah.
all this extra stuff going on? I do not need any of this like dead mother, maybe the dad bullshit going on. Like, just get rid of that. I think you could have condensed like Linderman and Mark maybe into one
Mm-hmm.
character and got rid of the whole
Agreed.
like incel part of it, like having a crush on her. Who needs this? Because
Yeah.
Linderman offers nothing. It's not
Yeah.
even like he's like, oh no, I'm the guy that, you know, can provide you spooky facts, or
Or a
I'm the
fun
guy,
kill.
yeah, or even a
Nothing.
fun kill. Jeez.
Nothing. Can't
Yeah.
even die right.
Yeah. I know. Hmm. All right. Take care, everybody. 3, 2, 1, ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on Freddy vs. Jason. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave a 5 boo review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321ghostpod and give us a follow, and let us know if there's a franchise you'd like us to dive into. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321ghostpod to see our boo scores on all of the movies we've covered so far. Thanks again for listening, and remember, if there's one thing Robert Englund has proven through this franchise, it's that the man can flick his tongue. 3, 2, 1, ghost.